Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to the Kill Connor Club podcast, episode 106.
Yes.
I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
Was it 100?
As always, how's it going, my friend?
It's going really good, thank you very much. How you doing?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Alright.
Excited.
Great. And for episode 106, we're joined by Ethan.
Fizhy, hello.
Fizhy.
Hi.
How's it going?
I was just about to say, didn't we do 106?
It's 105.
105. It's 105.
Oh, so okay, so I am right. Sorry about that confusion. Hi.
It's okay.
It wouldn't be classic if I wasn't a fucking
I'm
retard.
so worried about your microphone, of how close you are to your mic, that's all.
I fucking love my microphone.
And of course, we're joined as well by George.
I'm
LongEaredFox.
gonna grip it for my life.
Yeah.
Four
George can't
pillars.
wait till we all leave. He's just like, I just want to sleep.
I'll probably look fucking terrible right now, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I've never actually had a podcast before where you've had to be conscious of what you're doing and what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
first time. Same, well, oh no, not the same with us. We've done video once, but you know. It's
Yeah.
a bit weird. Never been.
Oh, my back's killing me. Jesus Christ.
You've been leaning over there.
Fucking hell, man. Hey, bro.
Woo!
Why don't you just move this forward and kind of lean a bit onto the table then, mate?
There you go. Force it
Like
on
that?
the table.
Yeah, that might be alright.
Holy shit.
That might be alright.
Look at this
Okay.
guy. I can't fucking handle 2 seconds of sitting up straight without, like, support.
No, I need support for my back. That's what I need.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is Four Pillars video podcast. We've made it.
did.
We've just had a weekend of the Four Pillars community meetup in London. You had a bit of a, the close friend barbecue on the Sunday.
Yep.
Did a bit of filming Monday. So it's Tuesday now that we're recording this podcast.
And this will go up on Sunday.
And this will go up this Sunday, of course.
Will it?
It will.
So we're recording 5 days before it goes up.
If it works.
This whole trip, this whole event, me coming here, thanks to the great people at patreon.com as always. So thanks to our Patreon producers, King Richard III, Smexy Dog, Kassassin, Code91, and Seth. We appreciate your support making this happen. It's been a crazy, humbling few days for all of us, and I'm excited to sit down and talk about that. A few other things going on, all of us meeting. It's been non-stop the last few days,
has.
but of course we got to read the Patreon list. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're listening to here and watching here this time, and you want to hear more, head over to patreon.com/as always. For $1 a month, you can get exclusive content, including the Clubhouse podcast, which is every week. This podcast isn't on, plus a week's early access to the Cinema Room podcast.
Yeah.
So head over there. So thanks to the Sweet Ventures lads that are making this show happen. King Richard III, Smexy Dog, Kassassin, Code91, Seth, Ballsack47, Damian, Billy the Team, Tynamite, Captain Robertson, Tman Travis, Baby Boy, KEMOSABE Gamer, my best friend Toby, Casey Wood, Pink Flame 313, Adam Sundling, Alfie Rowsell, Jamie Brown, Jesper Olsen, Lumistrad, Mario 5380, Is Gay, Fat Fuck Cuck, Brendon Overlord, RAVJAI, Julli, Ikraik, Oscar, Benedict Parker Returns, James and Lad, Connor Durose Bully in the Alley, Zahir the FAT Gamer, Max H. Jean, Zeek Collins, Son of a Bitch, Ogeaidogo, George, Dammit Glenn, FuriousCoco, TheACMJS, Kyle S. Jaws, Marcus Blackburn, Emil Katborg, Joshua Mora, Ginkgo Swag, Master Bass, Yays and Joe the Sexy Boy Smith, H Pass 12, I got Lumbago, Iron Man's for the Dads, Day, Alfie Rodbert, Brian Ford, Casper, Milk Boy Fishy, and Andrew Martinez. Thanks to Sweet Ventures lads. They'll about this podcast.
I'm on that list. I feel great.
Alright. Fuck. I feel like we should start by talking about, well, from when I got here, I guess, the first meeting, how the Four Pillars have come together.
Okay.
I arrived last Monday. I've been here for 8 days, which is fucking weird. 9 days. This is my 9th day here.
Yeah.
It's gone so fast.
It has.
It
has, man.
Yeah, it's
and-
weird, we've only got a couple of days.
Yeah.
2 days, really.
And
Yeah,
we'll
got
never
tomorrow
see
and
each other
Thursday.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so sad.
Yeah.
It will be.
And yeah, I was, well, I've recorded a separate podcast talking about my America trip, so I don't really want to talk about that. But I was in LA, then New York, and then I flew here. And I pretty much did like a overnight flight where I didn't sleep at all. So I'd been awake by the time I landed for like 18 hours, not a big deal. But then you're awake for 18 hours and you arrive in London at 7 a.m. was when I got in, pretty much. And then, James and Elva picked me up. And we were supposed to, we wanted to film our first meeting. Because I thought that would be cool. The way I imagine in my head is I'll film from my end, he'll film from and we'd have a video combining.
Yeah.
But then you're pull out your phone in customs to go through and they're like, put that away. Yep, sorry. Yep, fair enough. You know what I mean? And then I was a lot quicker through than James and Oliver expected. So they didn't have the phone out, and they were looking the wrong direction, and I walked through a different direction, and then I walked and came up behind them, and no one filmed anything.
Yep.
For fuck's
And
sake.
then the moment was over.
Yep.
Yeah, what a dead
That'll never happen ever again.
Yeah.
In the history of the universe.
Yeah.
It won't happen again.
Yeah,
You fucked
that's
up.
right.
Yeah. 5 years of
Oh.
build up, and I fucked it up. But man, it was and then you have that first like minute where you're kind of like, oh yeah, that's you in physical form right in front of me.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't weird, but it was like weird.
Your eyes have to adjust, I think.
That's all it is. It's your eyes
different.
adjusting.
And you're like, oh, okay. And then you're like, this is normal.
Yeah.
It felt normal right away. We were talking about everything, you know.
Yeah,
It was-
well, we as we talk normally,
Yeah.
it was
like
normal.
every day for 5
Exactly
days.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then trying to like, I was like, okay, so I have to stay up for the whole day, try to survive the whole day, or already being up for like 18, 19 hours.
Yeah.
And then we came back here. You were a terrible driver. Barely made it back alive.
Okay.
Met your parents. Then we streamed, and I'm like falling asleep while streaming, and everyone's going, "Have you met George yet?"
Yeah.
Have you met George yet?
Yeah. Everyone was tweeting me like, "Have you met Tyler?" Like, it's like, fucking hell, he's in the house. For fuck's sake. To be fair, whilst you were streaming, I hadn't met you yet because I was asleep till about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock that day, and you were streaming until I don't know, like 4 or 5.
It's about
something
4,
like
yeah.
It's a very responsible thing to do, that sleep until
Yeah.
like 2 o'clock.
This time of year, you know, it's something that's got to be done.
George has his life together. We all know that.
Definitely.
But then I think I was just sitting in your living room trying to like survive as long as I could without having to go to sleep, because at that point I'd been awake for like 28 hours and I was fucked.
Yeah.
I was fucked on that
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
And it was this big moment. Everyone's so excited. So many views. And like so many people watching, like James and Tyler's first in real life stream together. And James is low energy because he's got up super early. I've been up for 2 days. And I'm just like this, literally like, on the stream
Playing
Yeah.
Celeste.
playing Celeste.
The weirdest fucking stream.
Yeah.
It was a good stream though. It's a good,
good.
it's a
I mean,
good
it was
I need
game.
to finish it tomorrow.
We can finish it tomorrow.
There you go. It's an idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, and then I was just sitting in your living room, and then you were just randomly like, I don't think you were even aware if I would be there, but you just
Yeah.
kind of walked in like,
And I was like, whoa, it's Tyler.
whoa, it's Tyler.
Hey man,
And that was the meeting.
what are you
That was
doing in my living room?
3 or 4 pillars in one room before Ethan got here.
Yeah.
Which was
But I
great.
don't think it felt like a big deal, 3 pillars in one room until it was all 4
Yeah.
pillars in one room.
No,
That's
yeah.
when I actively was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that didn't even happen until after until the day after I arrived. Anyway, didn't
Yeah,
it?
so we get to we spent the week recording stuff. Did a tour of Northampton vlog that'll be out at some point in the
Yeah.
future.
The tour of
Yeah.
Northampton was fucking amazing. It was so good.
Sounds fucking great.
That was fun.
I just don't have the patience for that shit.
Yeah,
That
I
was funny to
don't
watch.
even remember what we did last week. To be honest, it's been we've done so much.
Bit of a
last week.
blur. We went out for dinner. That was fun.
Yeah.
When me,
Thank you,
you, and
Benedict,
George
yeah.
and Alva.
That was
That was
fun.
Dinner, that was nice.
We
AC movie.
we recorded
Drunk.
Assassin's Creed movie drunk,
That was good.
and we stayed up. I think because we had to get up early as well,
Yeah.
and we stayed up. I think till 4 in the morning. Pissed because I had a whole bottle of Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
Like, and
Sorry,
a whole bottle of Captain Morgan.
okay.
Watching the movie, and you and Alva got drunk, and then we just sat up. We finished the movie probably 10:30. Had a 30-minute rant about the movie. Stopped recording, then talked for 5 hours just talking shit.
Yeah.
It was a great
Because
time.
you were
Good,
drunk
yeah.
by that point, so
Oh,
you were,
yeah,
you were,
oh,
you were
Good
obviously.
fun.
How can you watch that film sober? So you sat there, you were drunk as fuck in this room. I take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you finished recording, and then you were talking shit for hours and hours and hours. What time did you stop talking?
4. It would have
Yeah,
been
it's
4.
four.
What were you even
For all
talking
that shit.
about?
Just
Everything,
life.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Private stuff.
Definitely private stuff. Definitely private
Oh, I
stuff.
can imagine. I can
Wouldn't put,
imagine.
yeah, we wouldn't put this on a podcast.
We've all
Definitely
chatted
not.
private stuff.
Yeah. Things we don't talk about unless you go to patreon.com
Yeah.
/ as always and you listen to the Clubhouse podcast where you get way more real. And also you can listen to the and watch our commentary of the Assassin's Creed movie. Anyway.
There's like a director's commentary sort of thing. In
It's like a director's commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. except it's just laughing at it, talking about how shit it is for the whole thing.
That's exactly.
If the director's fucking peasants, this is the wankest film, and I made it. You know, that would have been the weirdest director's commentary ever. But I would pay so much to see a director do it. Right, a self-aware director making a shit movie. I can imagine that being better than the actual movie
Ubisoft's never
itself.
going to fucking hire someone who's self-aware. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, no, but maybe not.
Oh man.
Classic Ubisoft. Doing. I have to hold this thing, otherwise I'll sound like shit.
Yeah, that's
Or I have to
true.
crick my neck like this and just. So yeah, that's good.
So we did the AC movie, the drunk AC movie.
What did we have to do the next morning? Why were we
It
getting
was
up
the
early?
Northampton tour. That's what it was.
We did the Northampton tour, yeah. And we did end up sleeping in.
Yeah,
Like,
because I woke
because
up and I was like, no.
Yeah.
You woke
I was
up
so
on
glad that you.
Not
Like,
yet.
I saw a message in the group from James was like, "Nah, I'm not getting up yet," and I was like, "Thank fuck." I was sleep more.
You
like-
weren't even in the same position as her. She was like, no, I just
Yeah.
want to sleep though.
Yeah, I tried to sleep more because I probably went to bed at like probably later than fucking you lot
You
did.
guys, just because that's how he lives his life.
Yeah.
And then we did the Northampton tour, and that was on Thursday.
I think.
Yes,
That was on Thursday
that was
because that's when we
Thursday.
met Ben. That's when I met Ben
Yeah.
Classic.
for the first time,
Classic gamer.
and then
Friday we picked Ethan.
Friday we picked Ethan up, but you were fucking sleeping.
Yeah. Well,
So we
I
picked
was.
Ethan up,
And then met Ben.
but what did we? Yeah, we got Ben after we picked Ethan up. We
Went to Burger King.
Yeah. Then we
so
had.
we did. Went to Burger King.
Yep, and then we went into the Poundland to see if we could find props for the Four Pillars Assemble
And all
skit.
we got were handcuffs.
We got.
No.
All we got was handcuffs.
Well, you'll just wait to see how that plays into it.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be a few
Yeah.
months before that comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but
We'll say
I'm
no
just
more.
imagining walking out of there with just handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like what? Five? Well, 6 of us weren't there.
£1.
Well, 4 guys and 1 girl, and it's just like brazzers.
Poundland handcuffs. Yeah.
That's just not a thought. Jesus Christ.
I'm probably shouldn't say this. Jared sent me a message the other day. It
Yeah.
was just a picture of all of us at the barbecue,
Yeah.
and I was sitting in the middle and just going, "You just put brazzers under that," and I'm like, "You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!"
Classic joke.
I'm like, "Fuck off, Jared."
That's funny.
Yeah,
though.
classic.
That's
Classic.
funny.
This bloke I don't really know much about, but what a guy! Such a funny thing. So sometimes people are just by default legends.
Yeah.
He's one of those
There's
guys.
moments like that.
Now, yeah. So we went to the pen shop, and then we were like, let's go to a pub, and we ended up sitting at. And this is probably the nicest place in Northampton. My favorite
It's
spot.
lovely. Yeah.
What's it called? The
Brampton
Brampton Hall.
Hall.
Brampton
Well,
Hall.
now we've just told everybody what it's called. Should we be doing that?
They
Yeah,
can
well,
go
it's a
there if
pub,
they
isn't it?
really want. That's free publicity, isn't it?
It's not
Sure.
like it's not like we're
Did
gonna
you have a
be
problem?
there.
It's not like you're going to go again.
We don't live.
Nah, James doesn't go to the same place.
We don't
Yeah,
even live
okay.
near the Brampton Hall anyway.
It's our sponsor, the Brampton Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you
Go
describe
there
it
and have
more
a beer.
specifics, Now they can find you easier. We don't live near it. It's fine. There's another
I
side.
don't give a fuck. I'm leaving. You know,
Yeah,
You know what? Same.
By the time this comes out, I'll be
Longer.
back home in Australia.
Yeah.
And I'll be back home in Manchester.
Or I'll be dead. You know, it's one of the two. That's true. Like I'll
The only
either.
two possibilities,
The only
yeah.
way that I'm not home is I died.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
There's a third possibility for me. I'll just be in prison.
That's true.
He could
committed
be in prison.
crime.
Yeah, I'm,
Ethan does some crimes before he can get on the train.
Yeah,
Ends
right,
up
yeah.
in prison.
or I get trapped in Abu Dhabi. But then
Someone
I
should make
consider myself
that.
dead.
Someone should make. Do you know that meme of the guy who's like straining his face, and people have done like the one where it's like Ubisoft when it's been 5 minutes since they made an Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Someone Photoshop Ethan's face and have it say 5 minutes since Ethan did a crime. I think that'd be a good meme. I want someone to make that.
Okay, off you do. You're gonna do that. Just someone witness James and make that meme. I'll be sad.
Great format.
But it was a bit funny because we had Ethan the whole day and we stayed at the Brampton Hall for the whole afternoon and ended up staying for dinner
Yeah.
there and stuff. And then like the Four Pillars still hadn't met yet. Like,
Yeah.
We still hadn't been in the same room on the day. Like
Yeah.
the night before, James and I were with George, and then the next day we were with Ethan. But you two hadn't met yet.
Yeah.
Well, you'd met briefly before, but like not this week.
Yeah.
No, we had 4 pillars in the same room.
That hadn't happened until Saturday, which was the day of the actual meetup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a day!
Oh, it was crazy, but
So good.
I'd still hadn't met George until the morning, and even then he wasn't downstairs when I got into the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
I sat down there, and we were sat there for a while.
We're all just waiting for George to
I was
shout,
asking,
take
how
a
do you
fuck.
feel? So how you feel? We'll just come to the general consensus that we felt absolutely nothing. It's like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I just randomly just thought, and then I was like, oh, still haven't met George yet.
Yeah.
So then when he came downstairs, I didn't expect that as either. I thought he was just not there.
Yeah, you finally came downstairs, you two met, and then you said like 4 pillars are in the same room, and then I looked around and looked, seeing all your faces sitting around me, I was like, holy fuck. This actually feels like a big moment.
Yeah. It was
So
crazy.
weird. It's so normal now, but for people watching this podcast, I think it's going to be weird for them as well. Because if you weren't at the meetup and you weren't at the barbecue, then seeing this video and being like, "Oh, this is weird."
Yeah.
Seeing the 4 pillars together in one place, it's going to be big for a lot of people.
Once,
I hope so.
Potentially once in a lifetime, you never know.
I mean,
You never know. If Tyler dies on the way back.
I could die. You could die any day. We're talking about this.
We could all die on the way to the airport.
True.
I could die.
I could die in bed.
But I'm not.
Like,
From too much gaming. Or from swag.
Swag kills. Classic swag.
Classic.
See, I'm the only
swag.
man who's mastered swag here, so I don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah,
Everyone else fucking wounded.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling? So we all met. We took a photo. I'm sure we're all feeling like great about all that.
yeah.
And my thing was, in terms of the meetup, like I was excited for it, kind of. I just felt nothing because I was like, we're doing it, and I know I'll have fun. Like I know that when I'm there, I'm gonna have a blast. But I flew across the world. You have to have a meetup for it. But I did it to meet you guys, sort of thing. Like, that's what I was like here and excited to do, doing this stuff. And it's always the unexpected or what you don't have expectations for that's like exceeds it, right? So that morning, Ethan and I were like, we feel nothing, sort of thing. Like, how are you feeling, George, that morning? Like, we're about to leave and meet a bunch of people.
Sort of like similar, to be honest. I was expecting to be way more anxious about it.
This just in, the 4 pillars of sociopaths.
I feel nothing.
I felt fucking nothing. No, I felt just calm, relaxed, and just looking to see what the day had in store, really. Like, I expected to be incredibly anxious before it, like, how the fuck am I going to do it? Like, but I was fine.
I was more anxious for actually travelling down to meet you guys than I was meeting people. I mean, walking into the... we'll talk more about the actual meetup in a moment, but that's the bit with the anxiety side.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're just outside, like, are we even in the right fucking place?
Yeah.
That was the weird bit.
It was.
Yeah.
Because it looked like the outside of an abandoned prison, to be
did.
honest.
On the outskirts of London, it did look a little bit
Yeah,
dodgy.
No, it's just London.
But it was fine. The actual venue itself was really nice.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
It's just an empty room with a board that had a shit of Assassin's Creed logo on it.
That's what we like.
Who drew that?
Jamie.
Yeah, I was
Jamie
going to say
Brown.
Jamie Brown. Like, so I did ask who draws who the fuck drew that.
I have it. It's upstairs. It's in my bedroom.
Have you kept it?
Didn't they put Lasers 2 instead of LongEaredFox?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
But
That's funny.
it's funny because I'm pretty sure the one that refers to James just says lasers.
Yeah.
It's like
laser.
spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's spelled correctly, actually.
Yeah,
James's channel name's spelled wrong.
Yeah. And then, so, James, how are you feeling? Because you were the most stressed.
Yes.
I feel
Obviously
like
in your face.
you
I
were
was-
very quiet.
I think I was stressed because I don't know. So I mean, in the morning I felt fine. I was
Yeah,
like, it was like, yeah, this is I'm looking forward to it. Like, this should be fun.
Yeah.
And when we got there, like, I mean, already I was stressed out because we were late. We were 30 minutes late.
Well, also, you
Yeah.
told me,
That's
when you were
fine.
telling me the structure of the morning, how are you going to get there? It's an hour by car to get to the train station,
Yeah.
and then we catch a train, it'll be another hour.
Yeah.
We're going to get there like an hour before the event, and then it's 10 minutes walk from the train station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the car, when we leave, it was almost 2 hours before we got to the train station. I'm
There
sitting
was-
there
yeah.
like, the fuck? Who planned this?
There was a lot of traffic. There was simply too
Yeah.
much traffic.
You see, me and Ben did okay to sort of dodge the congestion because we
Yeah.
just used the slip road as far as we could before we actually merged, and we managed to get through a third of it that way.
I probably should have done that, but I didn't. I merged straight away.
Oh no!
But even
So I was-
still, you guys didn't
So
park
Ben's a better
until
driver
after
than
we'd
you.
parked.
No, because we couldn't get to where we needed
Oh,
to
yeah,
park. It was
true.
like blocked off by roads. We had to go and sit in the actual car park and park there, which is a waste of money. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So we were late. So we went into KFC.
Yeah, so this is after the train. We were with, there was the four of us, Elva, Ben, and then we met Jamie Burns on the train.
He was happened to be on the same train as us. Just happened
train.
to be on the same train.
You just see him walk down.
Ben
like,
called out to
Jamie.
him. Yeah.
It's funny, the train was so long that I half expected the train to actually get to our stop and we'd have to get off before he got to us.
Yeah. I thought he was in the train. I
I
thought he was in the train behind us.
Yeah, that was the first thing he said. It's weird that he's in the train behind us. I was like,
Yeah.
So then you check the stop. It's like, oh no, he's in our train. And then you look down, and you're just walking towards us from really far.
Yeah.
Oh god,
yeah.
it was mad.
And then I was George needed to do a fat gamer poop.
Yeah.
And then-
I needed such a big shit.
and I was like, well, I need food because we'd been kind of just trying to organize everything in the morning. It'd taken longer than we thought. And I'm like, so what? We're going to be doing an event, talking to all these people for at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
On what, an empty stomach? I'm going to pass out by the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care how late we are. I have to have some food.
Yeah.
And I know, but I also know that I'm like, I'm going to eat this in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fine. And then I'll like run there. And I said to you guys, I was like, because you guys were stressing. Ben's like, no, we gotta meet the gamers.
Got to meet the gamers.
And I know Elva and
That's
James,
mad how
Elva
Ben
and
says
James
it.
were stressed. I know that, and fair enough. And I said, well, you guys keep going. George needs to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
We'll go in the KFC. But then you guys came in anyway and had food with us.
Yeah, because we all needed. To be fair, we all needed to eat.
We all
did.
I didn't. I need to shit.
To be honest,
and-
James
but-
was like sat there with like he was eating his whatever you were eating in KFC. It doesn't matter.
I don't remember,
You're just
but
eating
yeah.
and going, fuck, I'm so stressed.
I'm
And
so
I was just
fucking
like,
stressed,
I was
shoveling it down my
behind-
throat.
Oh my
I was
God.
right behind you eating a hot wing, just going. I really couldn't give a fuck. This is the best thing that's happened all day.
Oh
the
god.
thing was, walked in the KFC and the bathroom door was locked to get to like the bathroom
Yeah.
area, and I thought, oh, you must have to be a customer. They'll let you in.
Yeah.
So I bought food and then go to them. Hey, do you mind opening the bathroom? They're like, oh no, it's out of order. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. So
I was
George is sitting there
sweating.
sweating because he's got a fucking turtle head poking out his ass.
Oh wow.
and
It was
God.
fucking horrible, man. It was so like I just felt like just so warm and hot. I was like, I need to fucking shit now, or else I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah,
So-
you need to poo.
and I'm a fast fucking eater. So I
Definitely.
smashed the burger,
You
chucked
did,
in
man.
some chips,
Yeah.
and then I was like, and all you guys had just kind of sat down and like opened your food by the time I'd already eaten everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys, because your mum was texting you, your mum and dad were there, and they're
She's
like, all these people are
furious.
here, you're at KFC, I'm so fucking,
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
and
not happy.
made you stressed, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine anyway. It's probably best I'll go first. I'll get there
Yeah.
first. I'll take George. I'm sure there's a bathroom there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I'll settle everyone in, and then you can kind of calmly arrive at your own leisure.
Let me arrive
Yeah.
through the wrong entrance.
You did.
So nobody saw us for a bit. I mean, there were a few on the tables. Like, hey, I thought, is this it? You know, I
Yeah.
hope so. 'Cause that's kind
Well,
of
you
chill.
guys missed out on a killer entrance.
Yeah,
Because,
we
and
got
I
the
didn't
best
expect this at all because I didn't know what the venue would be like. I didn't
Yeah.
know where people would be. But George and I just kind of fast walk in there, and we kind of, it's a weird way to get in. There's a big building, and you got to go around these stairs on the side to get up
Yeah.
to this kind of open bar area, and then there's a door into the like conference room. Well, not conference room, but like big sort of studio room. I don't know what it is. It was massive. It was a big studio room, a function room, I guess would be a better word for it. With lots of tables and chairs in it. But no one was in there. Your mum and dad were kind of on guard at the door with like the list of people signing in, and everyone was waiting outside at this bar. I come up the stairs. I think it was like Jamie Brown was like, 2 of you. Is that all you could manage to get? Like, and then I go upstairs, and all of a sudden I start seeing like 40 heads poking out around the side of this corner.
Yeah.
And I walk into a room because I was like running up the stairs first, and everyone just goes, "Hey!" And I'm just like, what the fuck is my life right now?
I was thinking like this is probably the worst thing when I need a fat shit like all these people interested in meeting me. I need to dip away right now. So I had
you're just there like,
yeah.
so shake my hand.
So I had to quickly slip into the
what's
door.
going on,
and,
George? Do you
fuck off.
speak?
The first person that came up to me was Nick from the Creed.
Same.
He kind
Yeah.
of ducks past the crowd
Yeah.
to be the first one to introduce himself, give him a hug. He
Yeah.
hugs George, and then George goes, I need to go to the bathroom. And I think he
Yeah.
kind of like gets you away from everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of was there to, fucking,
Like, everyone comes out on the big Tyler.
Yeah, come on.
and then I'm just shaking everyone's hand, and of course you have those awkward moments because there's everyone gathered around. I'm trying to, you go line of people, then you go back, and then you go back, and someone goes, and everyone's telling me like, their gamer tags or name tags
names,
or whatever.
yeah.
You're like, shit.
And some people are like, oh, you already said hello to me. I'm like, well, cool, yep, do it again, because I'm just shaking people's hands, some people twice, because I'm trying to make sure I get everyone, and also, hearing people's names back, I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking Kassassin or that, what I mean? Like,
it's
that's
not hard to distinguish.
Yeah,
He was mental.
Yeah.
He comes in, he's like, you right, the boys. I do like Kassassin.
And then there's like a couple people that I knew from because they actually have them as their profile picture. So like someone walks up and they go to say themselves, I'm like, fucking Mark, I know who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't miss that beard and long hair, glorious hair. So then I was like, wow, holy shit, there's a lot more people here than like, because it's like 40 people, that's a cool amount of people. But like until you see what 40 people looks like,
it was so many more people than I expected.
Lot of people.
Yeah, no, 40 people is a room full.
Especially
apparently.
when to meet us, I'm like, that's fucking
that's just a bit mental.
Yeah,
isn't it?
just for like a casual meetup, especially it's like not like we made it an open invitation. Here's the venue, anyone come on the day sort of thing. Like it was pre-planned. You had to be sign up, and then you had to be invited from the sign up.
Yeah.
So like to get 40 people from that, and then to find out people had flown multiple people from Germany, Norway, Israel, Scotland, all over the UK.
There's a few more from Europe ways as well.
Yeah, right. And I was like,
Ireland, one from Ireland.
One from Ireland. I couldn't believe it, especially the fact I'm like, most people were so normal. And I'm like, I can't imagine. You're not that normal if you're coming to fly to see me, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's a threshold.
There's a threshold.
Well done, mate. You got out in the end.
Sorry, I have like a stroke every time I speak. I'm sorry. You're welcome. I have to balance holding a mic and talking, and there's too much for my fucking pea brain to handle.
Then we kind of brought people in, and I feel like the young guys kind of came inside to the function room. Some of the older over 18 guys had beers out, so they couldn't come in, obviously, to the function room just yet. So we're half split in the group. George is having his fat shit. I go inside and I'm just chatting to the young fellas and, just talking to them, and they were just asking me how the UK was treating me and stuff. All really nice guys. I saw that terribly drawn Assassin's Creed logo. And then you guys come around the back with Super Trooper Eddie and Chefs.
And the Conversation.
The Conversation. Shout out to Conversations.
Subscribe
to them. Great channel.
Beautiful.
Lower 13 or something.
Lower 13. So Eddie and Chefs came in with you guys. So you came out the back. So like, I don't know, 15 of the guys were in there, saw you guys coming, like, and like, oh, and everyone just ran to James.
Yeah.
Like,
I freaked
so
out.
lonely.
I was like, Jesus Christ, because I didn't know who anybody was. It was really hot.
I was a bit
there.
further back.
I felt really dehydrated, and it was like, Jesus Christ, I'm sweating.
And you were stressed.
I was a little bit lightheaded.
And you were stressed.
I was stressed, and
Imagine
all
if you hadn't
these
had food.
people.
Imagine if you hadn't had food.
I would have passed out.
Yeah.
I would have passed
You would have
out.
like fallen over and they would have just dragged you out. Like, sorry guys, James is dead. just like got him out of there.
Lays down out for the count.
It was wild.
But yeah, everybody swarmed around. Said hello to everybody, and then we got eventually we got everybody. Everybody was in the room.
Well, you should have seen the faces when people outside found out James is inside. Fucking faces lighting up like a Christmas tree.
It was amazing.
It's like, and that's why I'm like, I'm so glad I got there first,
Yeah.
so I could meet everyone individually, shake everyone's hand. Felt like I did that because once you got there, it was James's show. Like it really was just like James's show, and I was like. But afterwards, I was like, "Thank God, I'm gonna go have a fucking pint."
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? I was so like,
yeah. So I mean, once I was there,
How did you feel when that was all going down?
Stressed. I was like, Jesus Christ. But I also wanted to make sure everybody was happy. Like, I didn't want anyone to feel left out. I wanted to make sure I was saying hello to everybody and talking to everybody. I didn't want to single anybody out. Like, it was tough at first, because also I'm not used to that. It's not my kind of thing, like, talking to loads and loads of people at once.
It's madness.
But after maybe like 10, 15 minutes, it was fine. We had everybody in a circle, and I got everybody to say their names, so we knew who everybody was. Well, the way I did it was, Ben was like, I think I can guess who everybody is. So I was like, okay, Ben, guess. And anyone that Ben didn't know would say their name. So then we knew who everybody was, which was helpful. And then we just sort of sat down for a bit, and then
Ben was like the Four Pillars assistant the whole weekend.
Was. He's like our
he was
manager.
great.
He's
Shout out to Ben. He was
very
great.
helpful.
I think the best word to describe Ben when it comes to the Four Pillars is mascot.
Yes.
Because that kid is fucking mental.
He's
We love
He's
him.
like just a ball of energy that shows up, goes,
Drinks! The
the
lads!
The boys.
no, my favourite part of the meetup was actually not anything to do with the actual meetup itself. It was great meeting everybody and all that.
Yeah, right.
But I had to figure out how I was going to get back to Northampton.
Right
So
afterwards.
we stole one of the people who actually attended it because they thought they were just going to attend the meetup and go home.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is KEMOSABE Gamer.
Toby.
Toby.
Oh, my favourite fucking person. I loved everyone
We
at that
love
meetup,
Toby.
but Toby's my new best friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam.
I like him more than all of you.
Sorry.
Don't blame you. Toby's
Yeah, he's
great,
just
man.
like, I just wanted to like put him in my pocket and take him home with me. He was just such like a fucking lad.
Yeah, he
I was
was.
like, he's so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have done that. He's smaller than James, so yeah.
But he walks in and he goes, and I'm like, him and Zach, I don't think I'd shaken their hands when I initially walked in. And they both come up to me, just two like normal looking, like handsome looking chaps walk in, and they come up to me like, "Hey Charlie, how's it going, mate?" And I'm like, "You guys must be like regulars, sort of thing." I could tell. And Zach introduced me. I'm like, "Holy shit, yeah, of course I know Zach."
Yeah.
And then Toby didn't want to tell me his name, and he goes, "Oh, I don't." Fucking KEMOSABE game. I'm like, you just said fucking Toby. I know you are. Like, he's like, oh right, okay. I'm like, fucking Toby. And yeah, he was like, because he lives in Southampton or wherever, like the better Hampton.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
what he called it.
I mean, this is a shit Hampton. This is really bad.
And
They're a good
he's got a life. He's engaged. You know, he was just going to come to London for the day, meet everyone, and then go home to his life.
Yeah.
You know, has his own business, fiance. Instead, we convince him, like, nah, mate, you're coming to Northampton, you're coming out with the lads tonight, going out clubbing, staying the night, and then coming to the barbecue on Sunday. And he's just like, he just goes,
Sure.
he's just like, oh, but I don't have clothes. And when I will give you clothes, mate, don't worry.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and he ended up, like, driving you back to
Yeah,
Northampton.
it did. So it was the best like road trip I've ever fucking had.
Yeah.
Because he's chatting shit all the way, all of us,
Yeah.
And he's like, the only reason I'm doing this is for bevies with the lads.
Yeah.
And it's just the best thing ever. It's the way he says it. He's like, I can't believe I'm doing
We'll
this.
get to the night out later.
Yeah.
But, like, him that night, when we were out drinking, was like, I've never seen a person happier
He
in
was
my
so
entire life.
happy.
He just, I kept looking at him and he's just like, Northampton!
Yes.
The lads!
It's so great. I loved it. It made my
I do
time.
like so funny. Great.
Yeah.
So, I think at that point of the meetup, when you got there and you're meeting everyone in a circle, like, I think I ran away to have a fat shit
Yeah.
as well. 'Cause I was like,
You just ran that KFC so quick you forgot to digest.
yeah. My body's just like shot it out as fast as I ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And then we kind of started to settle in because Elva was stressing because she wanted to get there obviously before everyone got there.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a setup to have an introduction because we realised we hadn't really started a meetup like an official thing. Not that we knew if we were going to,
Yeah.
but I think we moved some tables around, set it up a little, and then we kind of got sat at the front of the room
Yeah.
or something, and I wasn't really sure what was happening.
Neither was
Yeah.
I.
But
No, me neither. Elva set up. I don't know what was going on.
But I did think to myself, I'm like, if we're going to do an introduction, like, I did think I'm probably going to be the one that gives a speech. Like, if
Yeah,
we're doing an introduction, so I did
Yeah.
think, like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
And then
On,
we
like,
just,
the
then we
train
moved
ride.
off afterwards.
Well, that's what I said, like, you know, stood up and I just welcomed everyone. Well, it was weird, like, I stood up because everyone's chatting and I started like, hey, guys, and then everyone's like, and I'm like, fuck, this is so weird. I'm a retard. Like, I'm a dickhead. Like, why are people like cheering for? I've never gone in a room in Australia and entered a room and everyone fucking cheered. I'm like,
Yeah.
I love the UK.
Yeah.
And then, you know, everyone, you know, fucking starts happening. I'm like, this is so mental. And then, I just said, I'm like, all I wanted the meetup to be was us walking around everyone, getting a chance to talk. So I said,
Yeah.
welcome, thanks so much for coming. People flew around and all that sort of nonsense. And then, then we just walked around and started mingling. Some people went outside, had some bevies. Some people were inside. Like, obviously, not everyone was over 18. So some of the younger crowd was inside, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
It was, yeah.
I personally had such a good time meeting everyone, and like to hear everyone's stories coming up to us and talking to us,
Yeah.
and finding out how far people travelled.
Yeah,
Like-
there's that kid who travelled 5 hours with his
Sam,
dad.
yeah,
Sam.
yeah.
What a beautiful
a really
young kid.
nice
Like
kid.
such a nice kid.
Yeah.
Imagine travelling 5 hours.
And to
Yeah, I mean,
convince his dad to do it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
For us,
Yeah.
like
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
we're mental
Yeah.
cases.
I mean, I don't think it's for me, but it's quite humbling to be a part of the overall thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of us, yeah.
Yeah,
Mostly James, but all of us.
James is the only one here with an actual personality. The rest of us are just mindless gamers.
We're psychopaths because we can't feel anything for
Yeah,
the
so-
media.
Can't act that
yeah,
word,
yeah.
can you?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so what was sort of your experience throughout the event once we got started, James? What were some highlights for you, some conversations?
It was
stood out to
good.
you? I realize this podcast is just like, I mean, it's just a recap of the whole weekend,
Yeah,
right? Which
fair
is
enough.
good. So it's a bit inside for the people that were there, but also
Yeah.
to fill in some people. So we're dropping names, like, and people
Yeah.
are watching, like, I have no fucking idea who that is, but you
We
know,
do. That's all
we
that matters.
we do, and
Fuck
that,
off.
and that's all that matters. So you know, shout out to them. They
Yeah.
came all the way to meet us. So you know,
I just flipped the rod at all of your viewers, James.
That's alright.
Yeah, fuck
They're
you.
used to it.
Yeah, of course
That's
they
fine.
are.
yeah, I do tell them to suck my dick sometimes. So you know.
Good.
I don't know why.
Not literally, just figuratively. You know. Anyway, what was your experience? with it?
It was great fun. I liked, how everybody just sort of, once everybody got settled.
You didn't
it
feel
was-
overwhelmed after that?
No, because everybody
No.
didn't feel like they had to talk to any of us. They just sort of, people made
They'd
friends
have
and they
their
were
chance
talking
as
to each
well.
other. It was nice to see everybody just talking to each other.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't just like, oh, I want to come see the Four Pillars and that's really it. It was like, it just shows up how well our community's grown and how it's built is that people are all friends with each other. And if they didn't know each other, they do now.
Yeah.
And they wanted to be
exactly.
friends and talk to each other. And that was really nice seeing that. Obviously, as dumb as it is, Assassin's Creed Hangman was a fucking laugh.
It was fun.
It was
I thought-
fucking
I
retarded,
think
but it
I
was so
talking to
funny.
Eddie and Sheps,
Yeah.
and we look over, and you guys are playing fucking Hangman. And I'm like, is this the worst meetup of all time,
Or the best.
Yeah,
Like,
or the best.
Which one is it?
Yeah, we've either just ascended to an entirely new level that nobody understands yet, or that was a fucking disaster. So we're gonna have to figure out which one of those it
I
was.
spent
Yeah.
most of my time outside because
Yeah,
as
to be
soon as
fair.
I walked in,
You got
saw
drunk?
The bar, yeah.
I mean, no, he
I
didn't
did.
for people that had children.
No, I
Um,
did. It happens when you're of age. It's fine. But I walked up those stairs and after I was done doing my business and everything and came out, I saw the bar and I was like, man,
Fucking
beeline.
drink!
That's straight to it. Like, I'm getting a fucking
Yeah.
drink.
See,
right
I would
now.
have had
Fucking sick.
something to drink,
But you had
but
to drive.
no, not even that, because when we go to the pub, I have a drink and I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I felt so lightheaded and so I was so hot and dehydrated. I was like, no, I'm just drinking water.
Yeah.
I need to just drink water and splash my face.
I was
And I'll
like
be
this close
fine.
to throwing up actually. You know.
Oh,
the
you
bit-
did. You
Nice.
were.
The
Oh
bit
no.
where you were
That
like,
would've
we
been
need
a
you inside.
highlight.
We need you inside. We need all
Yeah.
of us inside.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So someone was buying me a drink
Yeah.
at the bar, and I
Who
was
was
like,
buying you a drink?
I forgot his name. I remember Dave Bindis bought me a drink.
What a
and
fucking
another
lad
du-
David Bindis
He's
is.
great.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Another dude bought me a drink. I've forgotten your name, but I remember you. So thank you very
What
much
did he
if you're
look like?
watching. Tall, thin,
Mr. Shen?
beer. Beard,
was it like a
I mean-
Ginger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Shen.
Shen.
Mr. Shen, yeah.
Mr. Shen
Shout out
bought
to
you a
Mr.
drink.
Shen.
Shout out for buying me a drink. Yeah.
There you go, Mr. Shen.
And I was
Nice
like,
guy.
right, he's just buying me a drink. I'm gonna drink this. And I'm gonna come inside before you lot. And I was like, I drink alcohol quite slowly, so I was like, I know if my rate of drinking this is gonna be far too slow, and I'm gonna get in the room really fucking late. So I had to chug this whiskey and coke, and I was
Oh
like,
my
can I
God.
do this? Can I not? And I just gave it a go, and I chugged the whole thing, and I was like talking to Dad, and he was like, right, slow down. And I was like, oh, it's all right, it's okay. I do feel a bit weird though, to be honest. I had to have like a glass of water and sit there for a bit, because I probably would have just projectile vomited all over the balcony.
That would have been awesome. As long as someone's filming it, it would have been awesome.
To be honest, that would have been a highlight, so it's a shame that you didn't.
I was this close. I just thought it'd be a little bit unprofessional. So just a little bit.
Oh, another highlight, right? Before we move on to the next bit is
I know what you're gonna say.
the entire room breaking out into singing Bully in the Alley.
Oh, that was fantastic.
was the most Four Pillars thing I've ever seen.
So
Who's brought it up was a Ben. I think Ben goes. We should sing Bully.
No,
in the
it
Alley."
was Zach.
Was it
Zach?
Zach?
Because Zach went to
yes.
start, and I was like, "Don't do it."
Don't know. Everyone
And then I was like, "No, actually, do it."
Four becomes eight.
Because you're worried, it's like, is it two people gonna sing it? And I was like, but no, everyone was
Everybody
like,
Yeah.
started singing Bully in the
hey,
Alley.
Bully in the
It was
Alley.
a bit mental, that. I mean, there was another one, signing a copy of Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, so
Great.
what? We just sat down, like, we'd done the introduction. We're mingling around the room. and we're all sitting down, and Eddie comes around. Sheps is filming, and he gets all 4 of us to sign like a steelbook copy
of Assassin's Creed 3 that he's had since 2012. Like he's just
waited for this moment.
He's been waiting for this moment for 7 years, and he goes, "Can you sign my copy of Assassin's Creed 3?" You signed Game of It, so I just signed it Fizhy because fuck that.
I signed on Connor's face AC3.
Yeah, I signed Game of It on Connor's face too.
I did G.
You signed your actual signature,
which is. I don't have a signature for LongEaredFox.
I made mine. On
the spot.
On the spot, but it was Game of It. Like it was a joke. It was a meme.
And then someone else brought a poster of Connor for us to sign as well.
Was that base?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was based.
Yeah, well, I think
why is it with people on bringing Assassin's Creed 3 related shit for us to sign?
Well, it's the Kill Connor Club. The Kill Connor Club.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense here. But
for now,
4 pillars. It might as well
for now,
triggered. Some people will be triggered.
Hashtag in the club.
Hashtag in the club.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
So once
it doesn't matter.
Once we got into it and stuff, Ethan, how was your sort of experience? What were your highlights?
I mean, obviously signing a copy of Assassin's Creed 3 was quite funny.
Yeah.
I think that the Assassin's Creed Hangman thing sort of ran dead pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like there were 2 people there. I think it was it was Nick, and then I think Elva did one. And then I went up and did one.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't be asked with anything actual serious, so I just put 4 letters. What is it? Wank. And then I just left. I just left it, and then I come back in a few minutes later, and someone goes, "This is a really obscure Assassin's Creed 3 thing. 4 letters. Sorry, not Assassin's Creed 3, just Assassin's Creed in general." 4 letters, and says really obscure, but it is related. I swear. S-T-Y.
That was Mark. Mark did that one.
What did he do?
It was Sticks.
It was Sticks, but it was really obvious when he saw the S in the T, and you're like, Sticks. Right, so.
Is that the River Styx?
Left. He said it was really obscure, and everyone was struggling to get it, and there was close to dead this man on the board. He was not happy, and just went Sticks and saved the man's life.
I can't believe we played Hangman. Assassin's Creed Hangman.
No, I didn't play. And people I think someone tried to start a fucking MC. Oh, no. Someone tried to start an assassin. Yeah, Eddie started MCU. This is a joke. That was funny. And then someone goes up and writes on the board, AC game rankings. And then like, Charlie, do you want to start? I'm like, alright, I'll start it. And then I just flip the page so it's empty. Put the pen down and fuck off.
Someone flipped it back over and put 1 SEO and left it.
Yeah. Because I was just like,
that's the best AC
I was like,
game.
I'm not spending my time when I could
ranking
be meeting
AC.
people ranking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, now we've all met. Well,
it's funny.
Made too many videos doing that, so watch those assholes.
Yeah, go on.
Once I think there was a bit of separation for a bit of it. I went outside and I'm like, I need a pint. I need to have a beer.
You sat there in a crowd of people just drinking.
Well, I got there and then all the lads come round and I realised, that's when I started realising, like, holy crap, people that listen to us and came to meet us are normal, like, lads. And there's probably like 10 guys around with all that pints.
Yeah.
Were you there with me?
I think I was.
Yeah. And then we all had a good cheers and I was just chatting to them. They asked me some questions. People like Zach, Toby, you, David Bindis. I'm trying to remember who else was there. There was a couple other people. Base, I think, was there for a bit of it. Yeah, there's a few people gathered around. And then we're just having a good old chat. And
Fair.
David Bindis gave me an even real life advice thread. So it was like we had a clubhouse moment in the bar. That was great.
It's a bit mental.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good highlight, but it kind of felt like we were all outside. Well, the 3 of us were outside,
all 4
drinking.
of us were at one point.
Very
not
briefly,
drinking alcohol.
And we were just like, 3 of us are out there having bevs with some of the lads. And then you're inside with like the younger kids. They're talking about Assassin's Creed. And I'm just like, I'll leave him. He'll be right.
Yeah, I was literally like, I don't even care. James is staying there.
Nobody talked to you about Assassin's Creed. I was fine.
Really?
I was fine.
There was one point where I considered, do I go in and just be a relief for him? Just outside.
I mean, I wanted to go in there because I didn't want to spend all my time outside. Like,
I mean, I could have happily done that, but
I could have happily
done
done
it.
it.
Find me,
but I wanted to speak. I wanted to speak to as many people as I could. So I went
of
inside and I went over to one of the tables and started talking to like Leo and all the people.
Leo,
surprisingly,
he was great in real life. Yeah,
surprisingly, he was not a retard. Now, of all the people that I was worried about, Leo, that
Leo was great.
Guy,
Leo was great.
Fantastic.
I forgot. What
everyone was great.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, everyone was great.
Yeah, he's mad. It's great. You just go in, everyone's friendly.
Yeah.
So.
It was really nice.
Normal, surprisingly. Barring maybe 1 or 2, they weren't. But they weren't off either. They were okay in person.
Yeah.
There was a couple of people there. I won't name anyone who've done some really West shit in the community.
Yeah.
And you could barely tell, in person or whatever.
But in person they're there to meet us, and real life is very different to online.
Yeah,
and it shows through because I'm like, you're way more normal in real life than you are online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope I get a similar review.
Yes.
Mad.
I think you're more fucking crazy.
Yeah, in real life. I think you're crazy in real life.
As these sweet lads have learned, right? I'm known to make some mad, just a little bit borderline controversial jokes. Now, in reality, I don't hold back, and I think last night, especially on the trip back from the pub, we learned the extent of just how much
I was losing it, but I'm like, I always lose it when you just go on rambles on your own world.
Yeah.
And just
It's great.
Shit.
You just
And I don't know who you're talking to, Ethan, but it's not any of us.
But it is great.
It is great. It's
very
so
great.
fucking funny.
Fantastic.
It's so funny. I'm trying to remember how we kind of the meetup sort of wrapped up.
Well, we wanted to get a group photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
We did.
That's what it was.
We did want to get a
We
group
went to
photo.
Mackey's in 2 groups.
Because I'd only had 2 pints in a couple of hours, and I was like, I'm here to drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was just having a great time. and I think it was David was trying to buy me a pint. He kept being like, I gotta buy you a drink, mate. And I'm like, oh, sweet, because this is the best. Everyone's just buying me beds. I didn't have to
It
buy
was so
anything.
nice.
It's fucking awesome.
It was so
I think
great.
Sheps and Eddie bought me one, and then David was trying to buy me one at the end, and then your mum comes up and goes, "Child, we're getting a group photo. You're not getting another bev. I'll stab you in the throat."
She said a similar thing when we were all chilling. If you don't be quiet, I'll stab you in the throat.
Yeah.
Well, I count her. She said it 6 times to 6 different people that day. So I just stabbed them in the throat.
How many times has Julie Welford stabbed someone in the throat?
Top 5 times Julie Welford stabbed someone in the throat.
She's never had to. The threat's
The throat's
scary
scary.
enough. She's never had to
exactly.
actually do it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
And I was just like, fair enough.
That is the most legendary line that I've ever heard.
Well, the thing was that bar outside's supposed to be it's like selling point to people. It's a tranquil, chill bar.
It was.
And I walk in to the bar at the start of the meetup, and everyone goes, "Ah!" And the bartender came up, supposedly, I forget who was at the back there, Zach or someone, and goes you guys need to be quiet. This is a tranquil place. And I'm like, fuck off, mate.
Well,
not when the 4 pillars are in town, the lads are in town.
the bartender for that place was really nice, though.
Yeah,
He was great. I think
sound.
it was a customer that complained to him, so he had to say something.
Oh,
Else, I
yeah.
don't think it was an
Yeah.
issue, because I think at first he wasn't sure, but then we're all buying bevs from him.
Yeah, so
And
he was like, oh,
And
I
then
see.
when we left was when it was getting busy. It's getting to the evening, so it started. There's barely anyone. There was 3 people there and us.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just making their day more busy,
Yeah.
giving them money, and we left as heaps of people started coming in just for the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was I think they were very happy. And afterwards, when everyone left and I was the last person to go down for the photo, I made sure I went up to the owner or manager or whatever and just was like, sorry about the noise, thanks for everything. And he was super cool. He's like, oh, all good, thanks guys, awesome.
Is Mark is the dude with the long hair and the beard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him, because we were both going to the toilet, so I was having a chat with him, and as we both came out, there were these 2 women, the 2 women that sort of organised the whole event. Well, organised the venue in a way beforehand.
Yeah,
Like
they
the
managed
owners.
the venue.
They were bless their hearts. They were trying to get this massive table through this small corridor with this pillar in the middle and stuff like that, and they were trying to get it.
I wasn't there. Oh, sorry.
With this massive pillar in the middle.
No simple solution.
I was just like, do you need some help? It's the least I can do that you've set all this up and stuff.
We did pay them. So
handsomely.
Obviously, but they were just so hospitable and nice about it.
Yeah, they were very, very
I didn't
nice.
even meet them until they were taking pictures
Yeah.
of us at the end.
One of them's called Julie, I'm pretty sure.
Julie and Caroline,
Yeah. So I helped him with that. Me and Mark helped him with the table, and
that's all
we
good.
made our way, and I was like, that's my good
Lovely
deed
and
for the day.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go be Satan. I've done the nice stuff. It's time to go commit the crimes.
Yeah.
And off I went.
Oh, the crimes.
All the crimes.
And then we took, not that a few people had left, but we took a big group photo at the end, which was great.
Just
With
great.
everyone that was left,
And
yeah.
then I think there was okay, everyone, thank you all coming. Ben comes down. Let's go Mackey's,
Classic
And
Ben.
then everyone went off to Mackey's.
And then we all pile into McDonald's. The 4 pillars meet up people. It's
Yeah.
half of the fucking restaurant with the 4 pillars
fucking
community
mental.
people.
And then the
Yeah.
meetup just
All in
continued
McDonald's.
with Mackey's for a bit, which is
Yeah.
brilliant.
And then we realised we probably should start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we go to after that you and Elvis seemed just wrecked and just
Yeah.
over it and kind of the stress of how we're going to end this. And I was just like, all right, we'll go back to the park. All of us meet there. I'll kind of do a bit of a send off.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this
people
fucking
actually
shit up.
left at the event, though, to be fair. So
Yeah, some people have,
So
The people have been filtering off all day, but we were left with still a big crowd.
So there was a big crowd of people just standing around. We all just stood there. Then you had to say goodbye to everyone, and then everybody just fucked off, and then didn't.
Yeah.
And we figured out who was coming back to Northampton, got all that sorted out, and then headed back.
Yeah, because you'd organise, well in advance, like a barbecue.
The next day
with some of like the mods and stuff like that.
Just friends.
The close
And that's
friends
an event in
from the
itself,
Discord.
isn't it? The barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, the night out in Northampton with the lads.
I left this early because it just wasn't fun.
I was not there.
So we get back home after the event when we were all just absolutely shattered. Like James slept on the train and then he drove us home, and I had a nap and just listened to John Mayer in the car on the ride home. And then when we got back home, I don't think we ended up going out. It's like 11 o'clock.
It wasn't, until about 11, half 10.
And all the boys are like staying at the hotels, and you were there with them. You guys were trying to organise a taxi, and it took like an hour and a half for you guys
took
to
the life out of me.
want to leave to actually get to the venue. And we left. Your parents dropped us there.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, they're in a taxi." And then we'd gone there, and I realised in the car they hadn't left yet, and the cab was 45 minutes away.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything to your parents because they would start stressing out about
Yeah.
us two being by ourselves or something.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, I'm out by myself all the I'm fine.
Yeah,
Like this,
yeah.
I don't care. They'd be worried about him.
Yeah.
And your mum on the drive is like, "Child, do you have my number for anything that's wrong? You call me." I'm like,
She kept saying the same thing over and
This
over
is
again.
how
Like,
I-
Of course she did.
look after him, Tyler. George, look after Tyler.
and I'm-
She was
She
smashed,
reminded me- She
though.
reminded me, true. She reminded me of, but it's like my mum said the same thing when I was 18 and stuff, and
Yeah.
and I said, I said that to her, but for me, I go fucking. This is what I do every week.
Yeah.
Like this is not. It's not a big deal to like you go with the lads, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't worried at all. So that's why I didn't say anything to them. I told George when we got out of the car, they're gonna be 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll have a quiet bed, just you and me.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. We had a good bonding session. I felt
It
like
was great. It was really enjoyable.
And then the rest of us showed up, and I was just fucking shattered. I was there because there was
Yeah.
no way to say, "Listen, boys, I want to go back to sleep." No
Yeah,
one was listening.
you were.
Just a
Yeah.
case of get in the fucking taxi now.
Yeah.
And then we get there, and I'm like, "Fuck, the life is just gone from me."
Yeah.
After all
Yeah.
this, I've been at a meet-up, I've been doing all this all day. It's like midnight, and I'm sat in a fucking Weatherspoons in Northampton Town Centre. What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Well, it was a nice place, to be fair. Like I
Yeah.
got there and we'd been there for like half an hour at least. Had a good bonding session, had a chat, and then everyone comes in and Ollie O'Neill, who wasn't at the meetup,
He was not.
who I hadn't met yet,
Yeah.
walks in and he's fucking like organised everything. He's like got his glasses on, looking button. Everyone's got button up shirts. I'm like, fucking wish you told me and George wearing t-shirts like assholes.
Yeah.
And then it was like a preacher, standing in front of a church. He's like, "All right, lads, this is how tonight's gonna go."
Yeah, no.
And then you've got Ben there, who's just like he's had 17 drinks, 11 out of 10 volumes,
Yeah.
sober,
Right in my left ear.
shouting. Ethan's pissed off about it. And just shouting. I'm laughing so
I'm
hard.
tired as fuck.
Loud he
His
is.
right ear is like, it's
so
like, no.
funny.
He's like, "Oh my god, oh god, oh god."
And the
then-
great.
I had to move away from Ben because he was that loud. I went and
Yeah.
sat down, sort of halfway across the pub on my own to chill out. He was even louder then than he was when I was sat next to him.
The great thing is though, when everyone walked in, they were all like wearing Ollie's clothes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides
or
from
like
me.
Toby was wearing Ollie's shirt, and I think a few other
Ben's
people were
shoes
wearing.
and pants and stuff. And
Because
like,
apparently, like Ollie opened his like wardrobe to like show some clothes they could wear, and it's just loads of button shirts, like loads of different types.
and I'm like, they're all wearing party button-ups. I'm like, I brought party button-up shirts. Like, you just had to tell me you're wearing party button-ups.
yeah,
So
I
I
could have worn a
Well, kind
shirt
of
easily,
expected,
like
You kind of expected that you go, you know what, I know what's going on. And you
Yeah,
just go,
I wasn't sure, especially like I wasn't sure what. I guess I didn't expect what our audience, the Four Pillars community,
Yeah.
would be wearing a night out. Turns
Yeah.
out they all cleaned up, or they all look great. And
yeah, we know how to do that sometimes.
yeah, we do. And then
Occasionally.
we all just had a few bevs there, and then like at this moment, I realised that where the fuck's Ethan?
And I'm just sat over by this table. I'm like, I hear you go, where the fuck is he? And I was like, right, okay, I guess I'll move back over. But I
Yeah.
don't want to do it too
And-
quick
and
because Ben will shout.
Yeah, and I talked to you, and you were just like not happy.
No,
you
I
didn't
was-
want to be there,
No.
Yeah.
and I was like, shit, all right.
So I got home after we went to the second bar and I realised that it was just everything that I hate at that given moment.
Because the bar was reasonably quiet, right?
That
Compared
bar
to,
was.
Yeah,
and then we
Springs
go
was,
to like a bar/nightclub. So it was like bar/nightclub. Nightclub is like the order of like
Yeah,
where
that's
we
just
went.
like a progress into pain.
Yeah, and then as soon as we're in line, and it's like a £4 entry cost to this nightclub bar.
Yeah.
You're hearing the music and you turn to me and go, no. And I'm like, all right, we'll get you home. And Zach, the legend, goes.
The absolute legend.
He goes to me, Tyler, this is your night, mate. I got this. I'll take Ethan back to the hotel. I'll go with him and stuff. I'm like, wait, you don't want to... Wait, are you sure? He's like,
dude. Zach had said before that
he's
he
like,
was
no,
not feeling it.
yeah, he's like, he'd flown in like at 5 in the morning from Germany or wherever.
He was
tired.
He'd flown from Germany, yeah. And then
bad.
he just goes, don't worry about it. I got this. I want you guys to have a good night. He's like talking to me and George. This is your night. And I'm like, holy shit, all right.
Yeah.
So the legend, looked after you.
Well, we just got back to the
hotel. Yeah.
He was looking for an excuse to get out of there too, as well. He just wouldn't admit it.
Yeah.
He was. So he just got in the taxi and was like, right, let's get
Mate, Zach's not escaping a night out with us, so he's not.
No.
At some point it will
he
happen.
explained to me that he'd been up since like 5 a.m. and he was feeling kind of sickly actually as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, you just let me know when you want to go and I'll just go with you. So I was thinking, so I was like,
That's fair play.
go.
Yeah.
You know.
But then we get in there. So it was me, George, Ollie, Ben, Bass, Jack, Toby.
Yes.
Was there anyone else? The 7 of us. That seems right.
I think that was it, yeah. I think that was all of us.
Yeah, I think that was it.
That was all of us.
Fuck if I forgot anyone.
I mean, it was a blurry night.
Yeah, it was a bit of a blurry night, wasn't it? Yeah, and then, we just went to, like, this bar nightclub. Was cool. Had a bit of a boogie there.
Yeah.
And then went to, what's the nightclub?
MB's.
Fucking...
MB's.
Are we giving a shout out to MB's on the
Shout
Kill
out
Connor
to
Club
MB's.
podcast?
It was
out.
so fucking
Oh my
filthy. I loved it.
It's a dirty club, but
was
it's fucking fantastic.
It was dirty. And then, like,
We have no input here, James.
I was not here.
James is hearing the stories.
This is a Tyler's and George's tales right now.
George's tales.
At least we know that even if the audio is a mess on this will be the cleanest part. It's only you talking.
Yeah. The MB's was quite eventful.
It was.
Well, like, just fucking...
We were only there for 2 hours as well.
No, we weren't. We were
We
there
were
for way
only
longer.
there for 2 hours.
That felt like forever.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, like, I started getting a bit pissed off. Because I've never been in a nightclub where people start raving and mosh pitting at a nightclub unless it's like an actual gig. You know what I mean? When there was just fucking music and people like rushing in, shoving you. I'm like, I'm about to fucking flatline someone for singing. Like, if someone touches me, if someone shoves me again. And then I just kind of got off the dance floor for a bit. But then, like, I'm hanging out with Toby, got some drinks, went to the dance floor. He sees these 2 massive guys start, like, getting ready to punch on. Mm-hmm. You got Toby, who's as tall, if not shorter than you.
Yeah.
He is shorter than you.
Yeah.
He is. He walks up to them to break it up. To be like, guys, stop this. Like, he's trying to be nice. And, in his drunk, he was blitzed. He was absolutely blitzed.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And I see it.
No.
I've got enough experience in these situations to know what the fuck's going to happen. And I'm like, you think these 2 big guys want to fight each other? Or do you think they're going to take an excuse to get the smallest guy that just happens to, like, try to break him up?
Yeah.
And it's like touching him, shoving him. You know what I mean? Anyone that's touching and shoving you, when you're that mad and you're ready to fight someone, and someone's like touching and shoving you back,
Like,
your head turns to them, and then you'll start shoving them back. Yeah. So I see Toby, like, and I rush in to, like, because I was like, oh fuck, rush in and just to get in between him and I didn't want. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking touch him and start like punching on with them, like fuck that. Yeah. So I just jump in with my back turned to them in front of Toby. One of them clocks him in the side of the head. Yeah. And then I go to turn around, and then I just get shoved in the back of the head, and pushed, and we like get shoved down like the dance hall and mosh pit of people. And then as I'm like trying to turn around to fucking see these motherfuckers, those people get shoved into, push you, and then you're like, fuck, and you're just getting shoved into people. I'm like, fuck, now everyone wants to fight you. Yeah. You're just getting shoved into people like, it's fucking like, you know.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I was a craziness. And then in the end, I finally get my feet about me. I had a full drink at the time, and I'm still holding on to it, but it's empty now. It's all over me and Toby. And then I turn around, and you've got this, like, short little Indian guy that's literally trying to punch Toby now. Like, and I'm just like, you don't want any of this fucking sauce, mate. I was like, I just fucking shove him off him, pull Toby off the dance floor, really rip him off, and then I'm just like, I need to cool off for a bit
Yeah.
because I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like
Kill
I was so fucking mad. Ben comes up to me and Ben said to me this after. He's like, I've never seen you so mad, like unhinged and
I
angry.
came over to you as well, and then I think like Ben was also walking over to you from a different direction as well.
Yeah.
We all sort of met up, and I was like, I looked over and I was like, Toby and Tyler look fucking depressed. I was like, what is going on here?
You see, you must be so glad that I dipped out early, otherwise I'd have been pure devastation in that club. Every man would have been deceased. There wouldn't be any dancing or anything, it would just be dead people.
Well, that's where I was at, man. Like, I was like, I'm not going on the dance floor because I'm not a fucking child. I don't get into street fights. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I was at that point where I'm like, I have to stay off because if I am, I'm gonna fuck
Jesus.
someone up. Like, if someone tried to shove, because people had been trying to shove me a bit in that nightclub. I didn't like it at first because I had to get blitzed.
But
And
then you liked it.
But it's because those people just. After this situation, I cooled off for a bit, went back, and the groups all dancing, and that was great for the rest of the night. There wasn't any fuckheads for some reason at that point onwards.
Yeah.
It was like, as soon as you walked in until that point, that fight happened. Every so often, people would just, I try to walk through, and I've never walked through a dance floor anywhere where people, like, have a problem with you, walking through.
Yeah.
They'd be like this to you.
Yeah.
Okay, that was aggressive.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm really invested in the story. I was there for a second. I got mad at you.
Look, actually painful.
But I was like starting to get pissed off. Like I was like, like if my motherfucker fucking shoves me again, like for no reason, because I'm always like, oh sorry, excuse me, I'll just head on through. Like I'm a fucking nice guy, and the last thing I want to do is get into a brawl with someone. It's so embarrassing. But it was just like that was the vibe I got from the place. I was like, fuck this place. But I just cooled off. I'm like, nah, the lads are having fun. Then I went back and danced, and Ben's again 11 out of 10. Even later in the night, he's still at 11, and he's just like, yeah, the boy! He's like dancing, loving his life.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So
that
good.
is such a Benedict Parker thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but when we got to the end of the night, like right at the end, music's like, it's like that come down music where it's like sing along music. So the last bit of energy, Queen
all
was
of
playing.
The music's so good.
Great music was playing at the end.
Like back-to-back Oasis, Mr. Brightside, fucking so much tunes that you just remember off the, fucking, you remember all the lyrics to it, so you can just sing.
Yeah, it was
that's
great.
The point of it.
But then I look over and one guy's like talking to a girl, and then some big fella walks up to him, shoves him, and goes, "What the F are you doing, you effing C, blah blah."
Whoa.
And I'm just like, okay, shit.
Yeah.
And I'm the closest to the center of the dance floor. Everyone else is kind of like on the side.
And near the wall, yeah.
And near the wall. And then it's me, Toby, and Ben that are like on this side, and the other boys are this side of us. So we're all kind of in a bit of a semicircle, two lines, dancing with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 3 other guys come in, and they all start shoving each other around these girls.
Oh god.
And I go, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, it's fine. Like security will eventually break it up.
Yeah.
But Ben thinks he'll do what Toby did,
Oh
and
no.
try to break up a fight. And I spot it, thankfully, way before I did with the Toby situation.
Yeah.
Where I see Ben walking over, going to put a hand in, I fucking just slap his hand down, grab him. Toby's on the other side of him because Toby saw what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then Toby and I just grabbed him and put him away, and I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm just trying to break him up. I'm like, I know what you're trying to do. Don't fucking do it. You're not. Doesn't matter. Like they will kill you.
Yeah.
And I was just like this with everyone because I hear the DJ go. Like as the music's going, and he's
like,
almost singing with the music. Security on the dance floor.
The music cuts
Because he
out
doesn't
and
want
you
to
just
ruin
hear
the
that.
he doesn't want to ruin the music. He wants to kind of go with the beat of the music. So it's like security on the dance floor. I've never heard that before.
Oh, that's
you know?
funny.
so great.
The fuck?
He goes, I'm like, security going to deal with this, and I'm like. To the wall where everyone in our group is like this.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone stay fucking away from this
yeah.
fight. Like trying to corral him.
If you don't move, the idiots can't see you.
Just trying to corral
Security
everyone.
did come in though, like
And they did, of course.
Boxed
and
them
they
in.
sorted it out.
And then
They
we just
sorted
had
them right
fun
the fuck
dancing until they pretty much closed.
Yeah,
And then we went to
the kebab shop over across the road, and Ollie took his shirt off and was just standing in this kebab shop, completely shirtless, just chatting
God.
shit.
oh my god.
Did he have like a V of just sunburn there?
Oh, I wish.
Because he did not. What was it when he was? I think it was the next morning. He did at one point just have like
A V of sunburn.
That's like a V of sunburn.
Well, he was just like, Ollie's just like, talking so much shit in this kebab shop at 4 a.m, like with his shirt off. Because he got a drink spilled on his shirt. And it was, to be fair, it was a white shirt. It was absolutely destroyed.
The back of it was black somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
that just sounds like about right, to be honest.
I don't know how he fucking did that.
Yeah. It was just he sweats black just from his soul. Like his black, dark soul.
Yeah, I'd agree to that. He's a bit of a mental soul.
Oh, I love him. He was fucking fun.
He was.
And then he was just, I love because he shared a hotel room with Jamie Burns, and he goes to Jamie. He's just like, trying to resist this dad bod tonight, Jamie. And Jamie goes, I'll do my best.
That is the most Jamie Burns thing ever.
That's funny.
No,
the most Jamie Burns thing ever was when Hips Don't Lie came on in the fucking MBs, and Jamie was just like, let his hair
Well,
down.
Jamie came with us. That was the other
Freest
person
man.
with us. We forgot Jamie was with us.
Oh my fucking god, Jamie Burns! I'm so sorry, we forgot
I
you.
feel so bad. I
Yeah.
feel so bad you were with us.
You
we love
were.
you,
What a
Jamie. We
lovely
fucking
soul.
love
It
you.
was literally me and Jamie that had to go in together
It was,
because
yeah.
we had to pay with cash and we had to go get money out.
That's right. When we go to MBs, we've been to 2 places, and I was thinking to myself, I'm looking after George. I have to look after George.
Yeah.
You know, that's my
You're
priority.
officially
Yeah.
And I
George's
was
standing
when
dad.
we were walking down, everyone's dad, mate. And
Yeah,
I was
you're my
fucking
dad,
Toby
actually.
and Ben's dad. Mate. I'm like, fuck me.
He is
and-
the dad.
And I was first kind of in line of our group to walk into MBs and pay the entry, and I go straight to the bar, buy a drink, turn around as people are slowly coming in after paying, and then I go, "Where's George at?" Bass goes, "I don't know." Toby goes, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Ben goes, "I don't know." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You don't know?" And I was like, and then I'm running around, like, where the fuck is George? I go to the bathroom, he's not there. I'm texting him, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Panicking that I've lost George, like he's a dog or something. But like you didn't. It was cash only, even though Ben kept saying, "No, you."
He was like, 100%, yeah, 100%. You can pay with card in here, mate. Like,
even telling strangers that don't want you can pay by
Like
card.
this girl who was like, who was there next to us. She was like 21. She was like, you know, I hope I can get in with you know, paying by card, you know. And I was like, Ben, you can pay by card, can't you? He was like, yeah, 100%.
I've been here a million times. The 18-year-old.
And he was wrong.
And he was wrong. But then like Toby goes, "I got you, mate. I got you, mate." I'm like, "Fuck, I love you, Toby.
Yeah.
I love you."
Toby, what a guy.
Until like an hour later, and then I was like, "I'm pissed off you." I'm not pissed off. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Why were you mad at Toby an hour later?
No, the fight he
Oh, is that why?
tried to break up.
Bless his heart.
No, I wasn't mad at him. I felt bad for him. He had like a bruise on the side of his head for getting
Yeah,
whacked.
I was curious.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he did actually come down with a bruise the next day.
Yeah.
And he also had a bruise on his arm, on the back of it there.
Mm.
We all came to the conclusion that was a birthmark. He'd just never seen it before.
Yeah,
So he
right.
just had it there.
Yeah, right.
It looked like it hurt.
It wasn't a full on like he didn't get punched.
That
Like,
was-
like
that
it was like
full-on
it was like
bruise. That was
no,
covering his entire arm.
on his arm.
No, it was
I
on
didn't
the back
see
of his
that.
arm there. It was like,
I did not
it was
see that.
Fucking massive.
Really? I did not
you
see
gotta
that.
remember the
at all.
bruises form after a while, don't they?
But I didn't even know he got hit there. I
I
only
don't know,
thought he got.
it must have done because that looked fresh.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a birthmark.
Right, I
either.
didn't even know about that. Yeah, wow, that's the first I've heard of that. I just thought he got like slightly like clipped on the side of the eye, sort of thing,
Yeah.
and he had a bit of a bruise.
He goes home with that. So what happened?
Yeah.
Long story. I shouldn't have even been in Northampton.
Yeah.
He didn't even. He didn't.
It's
say
not a
anything.
good
No. Toby was just like, even afterwards, he's like, "The lads,
Yeah.
Northampton, I'm moving to Northampton."
Yeah. He didn't let it ruin his night, which was
What a
good.
guy.
No one did.
Very
We had a blast of a night. I had so much fun after all that. Like the start was great, the middle was, the end was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had a blast of a night.
It was fantastic.
And we got stories from it, so even though the fight almost
Definitely.
broke out, you're
Yeah.
like,
So my
we got a story from it. We're
Yeah,
all alive. You'll be
exactly,
right.
that's
You
what
know?
matters.
pillars night out with only 2 of the pillars.
You were there for some of it. Two
Oh,
and a
yeah.
half pillars.
I was there for
2.5
an hour,
pillars.
maybe less than an hour.
There was no way I wasn't going,
Hating
like,
every second
because
of it.
you and Elva were so tired, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going out. I'm
We
going to
gave you a
bed.
call.
Yeah, and nightclubs aren't your thing. You might come to like
Not
a
at
bar
all.
with us, but
Yeah,
you
mate.
would never come to a nightclub.
No.
Knew that.
No.
But like you guys saying like, well, how you gonna if you go like how you gonna get back into the house? You're staying here. I'm like, I was kind of like sitting there acting like, dude, I was dying to go out. I was so fucking excited, but I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, maybe I won't. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'll sleep on the fucking street. I don't think you understand what a night out is to me. I will do anything to go out with these lads and get on the piss. Like, I have a problem.
I wasn't gonna miss out on it either. I was fucking shattered, so
Yeah, same.
tired. Like I was trying to sleep.
Sweating so hard.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm sweating like a fucking man.
It's bad.
Man. Oh Jesus.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just want to be the first one to address it.
Yeah. It's not in here.
Fuck me.
It's really hot. I mean, we've got this bright light. All the doors are closed. We've got lots of equipment.
And no aircon on.
Yeah,
Really bad.
This is the deadest times. It's fine. I'm actually not sweating, and I usually sweat like a fucking.
It's really bad. I'm gonna have to get
proper
changed after
Yeah,
this.
same, yeah.
God.
This is my third wardrobe change. I was wearing a white shirt for breakfast and got fucking sauce.
Oh
all over it.
yeah.
I didn't even know until I went to the bathroom and I looked down and I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm trying to rub it off. I'm like, that's not happening. But yeah, that night, it was a fun night out.
It was.
It was fun.
To conclude, it was fantastic.
And then had a good, but to be fair, we got back 4:30, almost 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was up at 10. Felt great. Went out. I was up before fucking James and Elva were up.
Yeah. We were up late.
And I was up. Felt great. And it was I did not expect. Your mum goes, I'm not expecting to see you until this afternoon. And I just reluctantly go, it's kind of my life. I do this every fucking. This is my Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday morning.
Often.
I do this too often. I'm just this is my body just knows. It's fine. Had a coffee.
Mine does not.
I was all good. I felt fucking awesome the next day. I needed a nap by the afternoon.
I needed
was tired.
food.
I was tired. I wasn't hungover, but I was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we had the barbecue the next day.
We did.
Which your family, obviously, have to thank your parents because they fucking cooked up a storm, organised everything. Amazing. So thanks, Julli and Stu, for fucking sorting that out. That was amazing. Everyone had such an awesome time.
Yeah.
But do you want to talk a bit about that setup and what happened there, James?
What did happen there?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You were there, mate. What happened?
Oh, was I? Was I? Okay. Well, I mean, we had, so it was just a meet up with a few of the, close friends of the community, mods, friends on the Discord, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, 4 pillars.
Yeah, we were there.
Plus Toby.
Yeah.
Plus Toby.
Who is now a friend on the Discord.
Yes.
So probably quickest friend ever.
But I, from how he
Yeah.
was, I thought he was one of all the close mods because he was just so in the group and everything.
Well, he wasn't. Not until that day. It was that
Until
day.
that day, he only had the highest rank he had was probably the patron role.
Yeah,
Probably
as
had
always.
game,
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And that was chill.
Yeah. Well, that was So, anyways, the barbecue was something we organised. We've been planning it for a while that we were going to do it. Was all the friends and mods and everything getting together here. And yeah, I mean, it was good. I don't really know what else to say. Was there anything specific?
I mean,
we did a log.
We did do an log. We did do an log. That was great. Watched it back.
I watched Ethan backwards roll up the wall 12 times in a row.
no, but I did it well.
You did do it very well.
What happened was I sat on the wall going back into the gravel. I was just like, fuck it, I'm going that whole way.
Of course.
Backwards roll.
And then George goes, whoa! And I'm like, okay, I'll show you how I did this. Whee! I had my moment showing off, and I fucking love that. I wanted to show everyone the backwards roll.
You and Nick were doing some sparring in the garden.
Yeah,
and
we
shit.
were. We were fucking about big time.
Yeah.
I had him in a rear naked choke, and he just got out of it right away.
Mm.
Didn't expect it, and he just did it. It was great.
He was
I was
swift.
like, fantastic.
For a man so small and stout.
But he's a big fella.
Yeah.
He's 2 weight classes above me.
Yeah.
He's also he's also an actual soldier, so
Yeah.
you just
Super
expect him
soldier,
to know
mate.
what to do.
Yeah.
Super soldier Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great barbecue just to chill,
Good time.
It was very
relax.
It was a very good time.
Played. Thankfully, I shuffled John Mayer and no one changed it for 4 hours. I was like, this is great. Just listening to John Mayer the whole time. It's just perfect vibe. And then just having a good chat with having more of a chat to get to know people more because the meetup you got to have those brief conversations where they were really cool for people to kind of tell their stories to you and why they're there and and later lots of messages. We'll talk about that stuff later.
Yeah.
But to kind of really get to know people, especially after a night out with some of those boys. My favorite thing after a night out is the next day when you're kind of story time and you recap what happened that night. You're like, this fucking happened, this fucking happened, and
so great.
You always have those few people go, I can't remember it.
I don't know.
You can't remember usually and then you piece it together and you're like as you're speaking about it the next day, it sort of comes back to you. And you're like, that.
Wait till you're 24 and you do this every week, mate. You become a functional alcoholic where you don't forget anything ever. It doesn't matter how drunk I get. I'm gonna remember everything. I can text fine. I'll have a bottle of Captain Morgan. And Elva didn't even know that night. She's like, are you even drunk? I'm like, I had a bottle of rum. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But you can't tell. You can barely tell.
No, you seem normal.
Like, yeah.
You seem the
I'm
same.
a functional alcoholic.
I don't. If you've seen my
I can just
Origins
imagine
drunk
that
stream, I
John-
was...
Oh yeah, well, you're reading the same comment like 4 times.
Yeah, and like
you got
slurring my
sunglasses
words.
on, playing playing
Oh,
Origins.
is that what? Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm going to do
You know
some
what
more
it
of
is?
that
Dude, you're
very
almost
soon.
looking like you looked at MBs where your hair's just sweating.
I sweat really
It's
bad
so
on my
fucking
neck.
hot in this room.
It
I'm
is.
gonna die.
It literally is.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean,
Oh, it's bad. I'm sweating so
It's
hard.
not good. My back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. It's like a fucking river. Oh god.
these are pretty cool. I mean, I'm used to my back being like a fucking river, so.
I thought you were
The fact that
sweating
it's
so much. You
not-
just was the shadow of your microphone. Where you
Oh yeah.
We just have higher humidity in Manchester, or are you guys sweating like a nonce in a nursery, and I've just suddenly
Oh,
sweating.
gosh.
We're gonna get there by the end of it. We're gonna get there by the end of it.
By the end of this, we'll be out there. We'll be like, we'll just burst down to the garden and just collapse and die.
I'll turn the hose on. We're gonna hose each other down.
Yeah, start neon fire.
One of the highlights for me from the barbecue was doing the wealthy selfie.
Oh,
Everyone
oh,
lined up to
yeah.
get the classic James selfie in the
I
bathroom.
think the only thing that came from that was good for me was the realization that I have a fucking mutant tongue. It's massive. It's massive, that thing.
That's what Ollie said to me as well. He goes, "You got some research?" I'm like, "Yeah."
No,
Of course Ollie
but
said
mine was like, I can lick my own nose. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can just go, hey, great.
Of course you can.
Of course.
Wouldn't have expected anything less.
Well, this is biology, not just a man being fucking mental. So I'm not sure what to expect there.
Don't know.
Oh god.
But yeah, that was good. Everyone getting the selfie, the classic Welford selfie in the bathroom, and then me and Nick doing the Creed video, and then Ethan came in
Yeah,
my
right.
room.
I put on the horse mask and just stood behind James, got a screenshot
Yeah.
from it, and it's the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Because James has no clue that I'm there. And I've just captioned it on Twitter this morning, "You can't contain me forever."
Yeah, I
I
saw
love
that.
that video of Nick where he's just like, yeah, and this is great, this is really good.
That sounded just like Nick. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was looking around and like an effing Nick.
I miss Nick already, bless his heart.
Yeah, Nick's fucking awesome.
He was great.
I love Nick.
He
from
is
the
a great
Creed.
guy.
And we end up sitting in the living room and it started raining, watching like Horsey and Fox highlights and meme, Four Pillars memes.
Oh
and
yeah,
Yeah.
we did do that. That was good.
That was a good laugh. And then like Ethan got nice and drunk and he was just coming up like, "How you doing?"
Oh,
Like,
it's
I
amazing,
loved
yeah,
it.
it was
I was like,
great.
"Yes, this is what I've
I
been
wasn't
waiting
that
for.
bad. I
This is
was
what I've
not
been
that
waiting
bad.
for." You were.
I was
You
just
were.
oiled enough to go around and say hello to him.
You were saying to me like, I'm not even that drunk, I'm actually quite sober, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, just say it. You're not.
That might have been a moment there. Because I don't remember that. And I remember more or less everything these days.
Yeah.
I was...
man.
You know, you get to that point where you're like, you know what, I just want to be friendly with everyone.
Yes.
And you were. I loved it. I loved it.
Instead of going, you know what, I'm going to sit back and let everyone talk at me.
Because it was
Yeah.
the opposite of the night before. I was worried about you.
Yeah,
When
like,
that
this
night
guy
I'm
must
like,
just be allergic to alcohol or something. Well, no, I'm not.
no, he was
just a
having.
bit tired.
I'm just a reserved alcoholic.
Yeah.
You
When
have
I
like-
drink, things get fucking wild. Just ask Ben. So Ben tells me this story every time. So the way I'm going to tell it from his perspective. He hears a noise upstairs. I'm gone. I'm nowhere to be seen. Yeah, okay. No, penis.
I've been worried about that whole podcast.
So, Ben hears a noise upstairs. I'm nowhere to be seen in his house. He goes up the stairs. I'm crawling on the landing floor just because I can. Just doing this.
Fuck me.
Christ.
You do realise that if I hold this about for too long, it's going to start to make a weird noise through that.
Will it?
Yeah,
Why?
like the noise of the microphone.
Why?
Because when you're moving it about, it catches the noises of it all being placed.
Well, then don't move it. Just hold it.
But I'm fucking mended. I can't keep
Oh,
it.
then at least talk into it a bit more then.
Sorry, sir.
That's right,
Sorry,
mate.
so great. I'm just. What do I do? I'm just gonna leave this in. It's fine. Professional podcast.
Yeah, we don't cut anything. We never
Yeah.
cut these.
Ah, it's
I'm
fine.
cutting this, it's just sound test, isn't it?
Yeah. You are the test.
This is a sound
Yeah.
test.
But that was the barbecue.
Yeah, and after that, nothing else happened.
Nice.
Fuck it.
That was, that was good. That's it. Thanks for watching. But yeah, that was the barbecue. It was good. It
was
was
really
really, it was
nice.
really good having everybody together, and then getting a bunch of tweets and messages and stuff from people being like,
Such
we
a
had a
wholesome
great time.
experience.
And it was good seeing having because you brought it up that you were talking to Nick was
Yeah. He made me
The-
cry. He made me cry. The barbecue.
all of these people that were in our back garden having a laugh, talking to each other. was all really because of the event that started all of it was me and you having a Skype call talking about Assassin's Creed Unity with a bloke from Wales also on the Skype call.
Well, the way Nick this is what Nick described to me. He pulled me aside and he goes, how cool is this?
Fifth pillar, the original four.
How cool is this day? But I'm like, oh yeah, it's been awesome. And he goes, think about that young fella Sam that 15 had to talk to his dad, say I really want to go to this meetup. His dad drives him or sorts him out 5-hour trip on trains and stuff to come to the meetup to meet us. And he goes to me, you should have seen his face, light up when he got a picture with you guys. It's like how much that would have meant to him. And then he goes, and then look at these guys, people like Ben and Ollie who are like best of friends. Yeah. All these people are so close in real life. Different friend groups that like have nothing to do with us, really. And they hang out. They see each other. Like there's groups in Norway and people are making a trip together out of London after the meetup that we didn't really see again. Yeah. And that happened because of what we all do together. Yeah. And then all started the first moment of you and I having a Skype call. And it's just like that little pebble in the water and the ripple it had to affect this many people's lives, it changed their lives, and then to get... And then I started tearing up. I was like, gosh, I'm drunk, man. You can't talk to me about this shit. You'll let me fucking cry. And then, to the messages we were getting, tweets, DMs and stuff from people, saying...
I got some nice messages.
Just how much they enjoyed it. Who was this? It was like one of the best days of their lives.
Dave Bendis, yeah.
That was such a nice tweet. I was like, geez, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's so weird as well to see it in person, because people tweet you sometimes, or they'll message as always, or whatever, and say like, how much the content means to them, how it got them through a tough period, or how like, it's changed their life in a way where it's like, I just enjoy watching your content. Like it's part of my routine. Like when a new Kill Connor Club comes out, or when a new video goes up, like it, it brightens their day. But then seeing people like in person and having them say that to you in person, or like being able to see people just talking to each other, having a laughing, like the reason for that really is because of you making content. Yeah. It's really strange to see. It really gives you motivation to be like, there is. I mean, there's always a reason for it, but there's a bit more to
money.
It.
That's all.
Patreon.com/. It's all very nice and all, but at the same time, I pity the fucker who looks for a deeper meaning in my content.
Your content, maybe.
Yeah, the rest of us,
Nah. What content do we do?
Oh shit, it's just me.
But it's you too. You're in the same boat as me nearly at this point.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've made far worse jokes than I ever have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. If we want to... Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
We're not going there, alright?
Not
on a fucking Kill Connor Club.
Yeah.
No, that kind of something.
I mean, this is my content. It's podcasts. That's right. This is what I do. I just chat shit. And for some reason, people fly from Israel to meet us at an event. Fuck me.
Yeah. Honestly, this is one of the best, most diverse podcasts I've actually listened to on the internet as well. And one of the most entertaining. And I'm not just saying that because I know you lot.
Yeah, right.
Or anything like that.
It's just white people.
The most diverse podcast you've ever seen.
No, I mean in terms of fucking content, not the actual race of people.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Well, that's the only diversity that matters, is the race of people.
I understand what you mean. I understand.
Skin tones is what's important.
It's fine.
But I mean, I'm really proud of what we've done with this podcast, and obviously this also is the 5-year episode, right?
Is it?
No.
No? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. This comes out this Sunday.
Yeah, but that's the closest one, right?
No, there's one more.
Oh, shit, really?
30th of August is... This is like the one before the 5-year one.
Oh, shit. What are we doing for the 5-year one?
I don't know,
Gaming.
man.
Is it going to be just a normal one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, this is going to be special.
Unless you want to do a Kill Connor Club before then and wait till for the 5-year one and release this one.
That's a point. Why are we discussing this now?
This is how the podcast... We always do this.
To be fair, we always do this.
You won't find a podcast where we're not discussing it. On the podcast.
Well, tomorrow we could do another podcast.
There you go.
Of just you and I'll write a list tonight.
We also need to do cinema. And you wanted to go see a castle.
Yeah, we
can do all of it.
We can do a podcast at the castle.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we might not stream Celeste then. Fuck Celeste.
Oh, but I want to finish it.
You can do a stream by yourself.
No. We started it together. I know it's too hard. I need you to get my strawberries.
James always needs someone to play the game for him on streams, or else he can't fucking do it.
That's why Horsey and Fox started.
I think it's It's like an emotional thing. I can't do this without Tyler. But
Worst case, we don't see a fucking cast then, mate. Fucking hell. Well, this is a 5-year one then, I guess, lads. It's fucking a 5-year
We could
one.
save Cinema Room. We don't have to do Cinema Room in person.
we're still discussing this on camera.
But then also, I don't want to get home and record a podcast this weekend. I'm not recording anything when I get home this weekend.
True.
What about like... Oh shit, yeah, because you leave on Friday. Okay.
And I don't get back till Saturday night. I'm
Okay.
travelling for 35 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah.
To get home, man.
That's just...
I'm not recording dick or balls when I'm
So we expect that to be on the agenda before dick and ball.
Oh yeah, okay. So we need to do Cinema Room.
Yeah, we'll sort it out tomorrow, mate. We'll sort it out. But
David's
this,
so
I guess this is the 5-year podcast then. I
I thought it was going to be because there's all 4 of us in person. That's special.
Dude, it is.
Rather than it just being a normal podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I agree. You're right. You're totally right.
Pillar business.
You're totally
It
right.
is
So
pillar
this is like
business.
3 weeks in advance of the
The
coming out.
business of all great pillars.
Even though I said like a little, yeah, okay. But this can still be the 5-year podcast. It can come out this Sunday. It's because it's 5 years, 30th of August.
We're still discussing.
Still the August month. Ethan, it's my podcast. I say whatever the fuck I want to say.
When's the next one?
I'm just a bit confused.
Well, this comes out on the
6th? No.
on the 11th,
When's the one after that? So 14.
25th.
Ah.
So right close.
Mental.
Oh, you tell you what you do. This is coming this Sunday. We'll do a 5-year one tomorrow with just you and me, and we'll talk about 5 years of Kill Connor Club.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright.
Fucking sorted. Done. So this coming out this
Plan.
Sunday. Plan.
All right. So it's not the 5-year one. Fossil, huh?
I mean, that's just better for me because now I can watch that back and it's sooner.
Yeah, I want to
Hear
watch
my
it
own
back sooner.
voice.
This is a great show, and I want the people that were there this weekend to get it. This,
Yeah.
the next weekend
so
too.
it's fresh in the mind. They go, shit.
But it's this trip, this
Before
get
it's
together
done.
was the 5-year anniversary. Just because it wasn't on the date, it didn't work out to be on the date. But that's what this trip was for me.
Yeah.
It was to do it 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Of the first Kill Connor Club, our first meeting, that started the 4 pillars, that started the community, that started what this event was.
Yeah.
I definitely don't take, I have nothing to do with all of the friendships that were a part of this. It was just, we just happened to make a decision that then rippled to affect all those people, which is special. Special.
Yeah.
We're incredibly lucky to have the community that we do as well.
And it's what communities like this on the internet?
I can't
Barely
think
like,
of any.
given how many communities are so fucking toxic.
Yeah.
And so fake. Like, this is one of the most real communities I've ever seen. Like, people that are meeting up with each other, actually meeting friends. Like, people don't just come onto the Discord to talk about Assassin's Creed or video games. People come onto the Discord to talk to
their
people.
friends, yeah.
To make friends and, like, go on the voice chat. And people will be talking to, like, 4 a.m. about everything, about
whatever
their
the
life
fuck.
and
Yeah.
making friends. And that's...
Yeah.
You know.
Mostly Ben and Ollie.
It's but sometimes you get someone new every so often.
It's mostly Ben talking about Ollie's life.
To Ollie.
Yeah.
Usually.
Ollie's
I
like,
remember you
Ben,
made
bring
that.
up that moment that fucking happened a few years ago, and Ben's like, right, Ollie, I'll get right on it, mate.
I'll do that for you, Ollie. Don't whip me, Ollie.
It's all love.
Oh,
We're joking. We're joking. It's not that bad.
Banter.
Oh my god.
Well, this might just be the most viewed episode when it comes to it, won't it?
I
Yeah,
hope
we've just
so.
got to make a thumbnails to make it clear that there's a video
Yeah.
as well. Like, we can't just
Well,
have
let's
it.
make a thumbnail after this.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah,
let's
just
do
show
some
all of us really
posters.
sweaty, you know.
Get a towel and just go, yes.
Oh.
It's fine, we'll look fine. We just have to force a smile and go, you know what, cool.
I'm not
Set it
dying
onto
at
the
all.
timer or whatever you want to
Yeah,
do.
we'll sort it out.
Now we're discussing more planning of the episode.
Yeah, let's move
That's
on.
what we do at Kill Connor Club. Yesterday we filmed something.
I don't think we want to talk too much about
Well, we're
that.
not going to talk too much about it.
But it was
We filmed a thing and you will see it at a point of
Well,
time.
everybody knows we're making it. We've talked about it before.
Yeah, but
It's
let's
the-
just keep it sort of like hush hush so people who know everyone else they can wait and see it.
It's the 4 Pillars trailer.
Okay, fuck that.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't
That's
know what
it,
that's
that's
all we'll
it,
say
that's
because it's
it.
a special sort of trailer.
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much to commemorate the 5 years of the community in a way, isn't it? Really, that's
Is it?
what
No,
it feels
maybe
like.
it should come out.
On the 30th of August?
Fuck, that's quick.
No,
We're gonna have to
I'll
cut
do it. I'll do
well,
it
I'll
quick.
make it up. I can cut it if you want to do the effects and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I can
Okay.
give you a cut
And
and,
here
then
we are
you,
playing
and
more
then you
shit.
music it.
On the podcast.
Or do you just
It
want to
might
do
be
everything?
easier. I'll do everything. I'd rather do everything. I'd rather do
No
everything.
worries, I won't do anything. So on the 30th of August, there will be something special to commemorate 5 years of Kill Connor Club
Four
and the
pillars,
community.
Everything,
Yes.
yeah.
Because really, the first Kill Connor stream is the first 4 pillars moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything spawned from that moment.
yeah.
So there it is, 30th of August.
Wonderful.
Something special's coming out.
I think it's good too. I mean, from the clips that I've seen, I've watched some clips back.
It turned out
I think it looks really
I think
nice.
it's gonna be great.
So I'm looking forward to it, especially with music, with sound effects, you know, with a bit of a filter, widescreen.
Yeah, make it look a bit mental.
It would look a bit nice and pretty.
We'll need to do that.
Get some nice effects, don't rush it, and then when it's ready, it'll be ready, and, you know.
No, it comes out 30th of August, no matter what.
30th of August.
I'll do it. I've got
24
plenty
days.
of time.
24
Once you're
days.
gone, I have nothing to do anymore.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll spend all my time doing that.
I've been taking you outside way too much.
Yeah, too much.
He's gonna have
too
to.
much.
He's probably gonna have to go see a doctor to see if he's caught like cancer or something.
I'm gonna have to close my blinds and just sit under my desk for a couple of days at least.
Yeah, Jesus.
Man's cold-blooded.
But yeah, that'll be good. That'll be a good skit. So look forward to that.
And then had one last like evening pub meal with the favourites.
Yeah. With the favourites, only the favourites.
With only the favourites.
Only our favourites. And see, what I did was, we all gathered in this room, and I got the group chat, but I was like, right, guys, we need to pick the people we like the most.
We did say
Yeah.
that.
We went through the list.
Yeah.
We picked 3 people. Like those are the favourites. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah, and they helped us film that day.
Yeah.
And everyone else we hate. It was just those 3 people.
And that can go on record.
Where did this come from?
Banter.
It doesn't matter. But it's this is just inside joke community banter.
It doesn't make any sense, and it won't. No.
But yeah, fuck. What it's been a crazy weekend.
It has been very good.
Overall, around the room, what was like your favourite moment, Ethan, of the whole weekend?
Oh my god! You're asking me You're asking me to choose something here. I'm not a very decisive man, so I'm just gonna have to go with just overall of it, really.
Well, that's all of it.
First arrival, yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, our hug was very good. It was very
We had a very nice embrace.
because I was filming.
I didn't even give James an embrace. You're fucking welcome.
Yeah, well, I didn't give you a choice. I just walked up to you and opened my arms to you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him a choice on the way out later. And be like, fuck it, let's get in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine, don't worry about it, son.
James, what was your highlight moment, favourite moment of the whole
Favourite
weekend?
moment. I mean, it was all so great. I think there was plenty of fun. The Nolog was pretty good. Having everybody together for the Nolog. Considering the first ever Nolog I did was like 2016, and it was just me watching Ethan stream at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was it. That was the stream. And then
Is that the end of Nolog? The trilogy's over. That's
I
it?
think so. Unless there's a bigger event.
It can't get bigger than that.
Yeah, I don't think it will. But if there was to be one, then I'd do another one. But until then,
getting a subtitle.
And the log 4
Now I'm
return of the
gonna
shoe.
say this. I'm gonna say this.
yeah.
Because I want to tentatively lock this in the sense of if I put it out in the world right now, there's more of a chance it'll happen.
We'll
If
be
we don't
fucked.
say it and we talk about it quietly, then it'll happen.
Okay.
2020, November. 18 months from now, the next 4 Pillars meetup event
Okay.
in Australia.
shit.
It'll be in Australia.
Now we'll have to travel 36 hours.
But, and the thing was, I'm like,
You know
maybe
what?
I'm not expecting
We will meet at the same
all of
place
you to
we go.
come,
Yeah.
but the community, like the close friends that want to fly over,
You know what,
can
I'm-
come. Plus, there's a lot of Australians in the
Yeah.
4 Pillars group, and I want something for them.
Yeah.
I'm an Australian. I have to represent them.
Yeah.
I want something for them. We've got
Okay.
heaps of people in Melbourne and Sydney and Brisbane. And all round, I guess, But who else? Where else matters?
Imagine James in Australia. All
but,
those spiders.
so-
In the outback.
Tentatively, because people because Ben, Zach, and Ollie are doing Gap in Australia. They're going to be over, so they'll be there for that.
Yeah.
Nick from the Creed says he's like, I'll fly over.
Yeah.
There's lots of people that are like, we'd fly over to Australia for this. Plus, you'll have the Aussies there. Other people that are closer from New Zealand could come as well.
Yeah.
I want to have it in Australia next, because I also would love to show you guys Australia.
It'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Australia's
sounds
beautiful.
good. To
And
me.
then I can organise a venue. It'll be in more of a major city, easier hotels, easier Uber. There won't be 45-minute taxi bullshit. It'll be way cheaper for you guys as well.
Oh, lovely. There we go.
Yeah, other than the flights.
18 months
Other than the
time,
flights
November,
over.
you know what's
Yeah.
going on. We're all going to Australia. No, we're not. We're all going to Australia. Aside from James, he's petrified of it.
I'll make my way.
Tentative plan, So like
Yeah,
go
we're
out in
doing
the
this
world.
Yeah.
We're doing
18 months from now, we come down under.
Yeah.
And then the third one will be in America, maybe like New York or something.
Yeah, I reckon build up to America.
The third, 4 Pillars 3 will be.
We'll do like a little movie where it's like 4 pillars take on America,
Yeah.
and it's like all of us like.
We have to do a skit everywhere we go.
It's just
like,
like-
we have
yeah.
the trailer for the next movie or whatever.
We'll have our own,
Yeah.
like our own version of an idiot abroad, wouldn't we? Just
Yeah.
the like 4 spastic.
We still haven't watched Idiot Abroad, James.
Oh, we
We'll
need
that
to do
tonight.
that.
We'll do that tonight.
Okay.
So good, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
Elders wanted me to watch it all fucking week.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We keep like
It's so funny.
almost watching it. Alright,
Classic.
but I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, in public on this Four Pillars podcast, that like 18 months from down under, my Australian lads can all get together.
And just so you can call the rest of us pussies. That's all it is. There's a long-winded kind of go, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
Look at that,
And
you're
also,
a pussy.
and I'm just gonna have like rubber snakes and spiders in the house for James. Like,
That's what I
I'd
want.
go and kiss it. It would be great.
They'll still frighten
No,
me.
me, I'd go kiss
Would it
it.
really?
I'm still scared of spiders.
No,
Yeah,
I-
not as much as James is.
well, we haven't talked about this. Is like the week I've been here, I've killed so many spiders for you and Oliver.
Couple. Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. I didn't know
Few
you had
spiders.
this many spiders. You have more I see way more spiders here than I do in Australia.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The morning of the meetup, I killed a spider in this house as well.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes.
Oh, yeah.
To, there's a big leg thing, you know, it wasn't like a daddy long legs. I don't
Oh,
think
It was a
I hope it
weird
wasn't
one.
a
I don't think it wasn't because they're
I don't kill
they're
those.
like bent legs.
And I love that.
This was a
Proper
weird.
out.
Yeah, it was a weird looking thing.
But you know, I looked at it and I don't really want to kill it.
I don't like
It's doing
killing
no one
them.
any harm.
I love
But-
killing
But
them.
you were fucking with it and it was sort of coming down. I was like, oh Jesus Christ.
Remember the first night I was here, we just like, alright, off to bed. Then I get 5 minutes later, get a knock on the door from Elby going, Tyler, there's a spider. And I'm like, alright. It's like my children or something like that. So I go into the room, it's on the wall where James's bed is. James has pulled out his bed.
Yeah, because I
and
didn't want it
just-
to fall on my
and he's
bed.
just staring at it from a distance.
Yeah.
And then I just come and I'm like, and then walk away. And then I'm like,
It was like that big. It was horrible.
that's tiny.
That's
That is
big.
tiny.
It was a big, thick
Punch
boy, and it was absolutely
Okay,
horrible.
so a big spider's like that big, bro. That's how big a big spider is.
not here, though.
This big.
That's
how
the size
big
of
it
a
is.
rat, Tyler.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
to be
not-
fair,
rats
rats-
fucking like
Rats
that
are
big,
massive.
mate.
Rats are
fucking
really big.
I've never seen a rat. So.
You've never seen a rat?
I don't think so.
Oh,
You've
been
never
to
seen
New
a
York?
rat?
I was gonna say New York rats were
They're
fucking crazy.
fucking mutant, aren't they?
Like I've seen some
I
big
don't
rats all the
remember-
time. I've killed some big
we
rats.
saw loads.
I don't remember seeing any.
We saw loads of rats.
Oh shit! I don't
Rats
remember.
Just
are
in the
amazing,
rubbish on
man.
the street.
You've
Yeah,
never
the
seen a rat
Yeah.
ever in your
Maybe-
life.
maybe I
You've
have.
never
Heaps
looked-
at night.
Never looked at a creature and gone, oh fuck, a rat.
I guess
Just
I've never
imagine, like,
never taken notice. I guess.
Think ugly big mutant mouse that lives in a shithole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as big as everyone said, but they're fucking big.
They are.
Yeah, everyone's like the size of a cat. They're not, but like they're fucking big. They're big fucking rats.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, what a fucking week it's been. It's been
Yeah.
insane.
Been crazy.
It's been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How do you guys feel with the Four Pillars being together and like what we've done looking back on the last
Amazing.
5 years?
It's great.
Amazing, man.
I mean,
It's great
It's
stuff.
great.
We made history, boys.
We have made
I've
Four
gone
Pillars
from
history.
spamming. Probably, I would have
All
got.
our comment
I
sections.
would have got banned for what I did back then if I did it now. And here I am.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
bad example.
I'm surprised we didn't ban you, to be fair. You used to come into the chat and just go, rape you.
That was it.
I did it on alts though,
Yeah.
and that's why I wasn't banned. You did
Yeah.
ban the alts. It was fine.
What
Look where you are now, though, mate. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
right next to the guy who nearly banned me.
Yeah.
How you doing, James?
Oh, fantastic.
George, what was your favourite part of the weekend?
I've got to say the night out, to be honest.
That was mine too, bro.
Yeah, it was so fucking good.
That night out was great.
It was like the whole sort of the going out bit, and then also the day after as well, like the relaxing part. But if I had to choose anything that was my favourite, it was getting absolutely fucking waved off my head with a bunch of great people.
Yeah.
Just doing whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fucking great.
Much
They call
needed.
it a calm
Much
time.
needed. Much
Calm
needed. After the
time.
long day, it was needed to just like have it let loose. Let
Yeah,
loose.
It
Yeah.
was.
Let her hair down you literally with sweat.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to like fix your hair at like the end of the night. And it's
I
just
was
like,
drenched.
Like you are now.
I look like I
Yeah,
just got
like
a
now
shower.
you look like your hair's wet.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
I'd love a progression from the start of the podcast where George is up here and then slowly just like.
Someone do a time lapse.
Yeah,
Just
someone
crop into George's
Please.
face and time lapse the podcast into like 25 seconds. I want to see it slowly.
I'm absolutely fucked at the moment. Like,
Oh my
it
god.
is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh,
That's mental.
is there anything else, guys, we want to talk about after 5 years of doing this, getting together in person?
I have something.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Son of a
Mate, you just stole my joke. Except I was gonna do this as I did it though.
Oh, man.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh wow! As if you stole. You just pulled. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
after all these years getting together doing this, it was absolutely surreal and,
It
and
was.
life changing,
What are you doing?
motivating, fucking weird.
The Mentals Guild.
Yeah. And
My name is Colin Blackett, and I am an assassin.
I believe you.
I believe you.
Yeah,
and to put this, spend 3
this is
hours putting this
great.
makeshift set together, get all the mics to work and stuff was a mess.
Mess.
But here we are, done the podcast, sweating our balls off.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
In 4 pillars fashion.
Yeah, in 4 pillars fashion. So to everyone listening, those who came out on the weekend, those that wish they could be there, those who've just done any part of this community over the last 5 years, we love you guys, appreciate you guys, and if you're in Australia, 18 months from now, we're coming down under, and then third one will be the US, and then we'll never do it again.
Never again.
And hopefully never be friends again, never see each other again.
We can only hope. I can only imagine.
I can only imagine.
Victoria,
And
I
I'll
can
definitely
only
be, if we do
imagine.
the US, it's in New York, I'm not going anywhere else in that country. Fuck
yeah. Let's do that.
But yeah, so thank you so much for watching this podcast, having a listen, whether you're on podcast services, listening to the audio version, watching the video version. I hope you are, because once in a fucking lifetime.
I can't wait to check the camera and see that it didn't record.
Oh god, that'll be a nightmare.
I'm really scared, to be honest with you.
And thank you, for listening, and thank you for supporting us and making the last 5 years happen for this community and growing. Thank you, James, George, Ethan. I love you guys. Appreciate you, and I appreciate the hell out of everyone that has listened and came. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank
It's
you,
been a
everybody.
blast. An incredibly humbling experience.
Thanks for having me on, Lasers.
It's
Been a blast.
Here's to another 5 years, boys.
Alright, thank you so much to our Patreon producers, King Richard III, Smexy Dork, Kassassin, Elstico91, and Seth. You are, of course, the greatest Sweet Vintage lads that exist for pledging $25 plus and being our Patreon producers. If you want exclusive content, because this just isn't enough for you, then head over to patreon.com/as always. You can get exclusive access to the Clubhouse podcast, which is the greatest podcast that exists, and you can get early access to the Cinema Room podcast, which is our movie, video game, TV show breakdown podcast, where we break everything down. It's real great.
We're doing the Avengers next episode.
We are doing the Avengers next episode, the first Avengers, so that'll be a fun one. And to thank everybody that is here pledging here on patreon.com/as always. We have King Richard III, Smexy Dork, Kassassin, Elstico91, Seth, Bullsake47, Damian, Bill the Team Tynamite, Captain Robertson, Tman or Travis, Baby Boy, KEMOSABE Gamer, Casey Wood, Pink Flame 313, Adam Sundling, Alfie Rowsell, Jamie Brown, Jesper Olsen, Lumistrad, Married for 380, Is Gay, Fat Fuck Cuck, Brendon Overlord, RAVJAI, Julli, Ikraik, Oscar, Benedict Parker Returns, James and Laddie, Connor Durose Bully in the Alley, Zahir the FAT Gamer, Max H, Gene, Zeek Collins, Son of a Bitch Ogeaidogo, George, Dammit Glenn, FuriousCoco, TheACMJS, Kyle, S. Jaws, Marcus Blackburn, Emil Katborg, Joshua Mora, Ginkgo Swag, Master Bass, Yazen, Joe the Sex Boy Smith, HBoss12, I got Lumbago, Iron Man's for the Dads, Dera Day, Alfie Robert, Brian Ford, Casper, Milk Boy, Fishy,
Hello.
and
Assassin's Creed.
Andrew Martinez. Thank you all so much. Team Sport over at patreon.com/as always. If you want to go and join them, you can for just $1. It's well worth it. And that's it for this 4 Pillars podcast, episode 106. We'll bloody see you next time for
That's it from
107.
us.
And that's it. We'll see you later, boys.
Bye, guys.
Game on.
Bless.
Okay.
Right, who wants to?
Don't say peace.